Connection established. Speed tests appear to be within normal parameters. Jump net node indicators are in the green. Encryption is active. We are ready to go. Greetings, wingmates. I hope that you are doing quite well today, whatever time it may be, on whatever part of your world's rotation you are on. Today, we will be playing Homeworld 1 Classic. I'm actually quite excited for this one. While there is a remastered version of this particular version of Homeworld, I am going to be doing the original, which is a little bit different mechanically and visually. So I think... Oh, hello Melchior. That is a lot of emotes. Hello, False Jukes. Oh, no worries about missing the Shivans. Now it will be the Taidani instead. And as I avenge Beta 2 and all of the rest of Beta and Gamma wings, mostly because they tend to die quite a bit, unfortunately, with my piloting skill. That's what happens when you take a torch ship courier and stuff him in the cockpit of a fighter. Alright. Well, I am quite ready to get started with Homeworld 1. I don't know if any of you have had a chance to play any of the Homeworld series, but previously we went through the entirety of Homeworld, Deserts of Karak, which while it was released only a few years ago, it was technically the prequel to Homeworld 1, and it featured the story of the Karakians before they were a united people, with the Northern Coalition facing off against the Galcian Kith as they found the primary anomaly. A bit of a spoiler alert, so don't play Homeworld 1 if you don't want a spoiler for the ending of Homeworld Deserts of Karak, but what was found was the city of Kartoba, which was a ship where there was a guide stone which allowed the Karaki people to know that they weren't from Karak originally. It was quite the revelation, and now we're about to see the results 106 years after that fact. So without further ado, let's begin the campaign. Alright, here we are. Alright. Please let me know if the audio is not of the correct volume. I will adjust it as need be. Right now it is a little bit quiet since we're on the main menu. So we're not going to do training. I went through that just to review things, although I have had significant experience with this game. Let's see, our options are all as configured as they could be. So let's do single player. So one of the most interesting things that you will not get in Homeworld 1 Remastered, which is the recent re-release as a collaboration of, I believe, those who used to work on Homeworld and of Gearbox Interactive, you will not be able to choose your race for the protagonists. So the Kushan are the canonical protagonists of Homeworld. However, one of the odd things is it was uncertain during development which one would be the protagonist race, so here we are. We have the Taidani, which you can play as. And of course their colors are very different, as opposed to the Kushan gray and white, along with significant orange elements on their craft. So let's... Hi Pig D6, welcome to the convoy! We are just getting started with Homeworld 1 Classic. Although I suppose that subtitle is not really necessary, this is the original Homeworld 1. So I don't think I will change the stock color scheme. Now, I don't know if anyone out there has any particular interest in seeing the Taidan play. The two races are essentially functionally identical for the most part, except for some differences in unit availability and the way each unit is laid out in terms of its model. Hello, Magical Girl Syrup. Good to see you in the convoy. We are just getting started. So, the Kushan have a drone frigate and a cloaked fighter, Whereas alternatively, the Tydon, if you play them as the protagonist race, they will have a defense field frigate along with a defense fighter, and those are essentially projectile stopping craft. Whereas the Kushan have a more offensively minded setup. They're both very useful types of vessels, but I think because this is the classic, we will go with the Kushan. So let us begin with Scenario 1. I am not going to talk over the cinematics since there is quite good exposition. So if I'm silent, that is why. So here we go. Engage.
"100 years ago, a satellite detected an object under the sands of the Great Desert. An expedition was sent. An ancient starship buried in the sand. Deep inside the ruin was a single stone that would change the course of our history forever. On the stone was etched a galactic map, and a single word more ancient than the clans themselves. Higara, our home. The clans were united, and a massive colony ship was designed. Construction would take 60 years. It would demand new technologies, new industries, and new sacrifices. The greatest of these was made by the scientist Karen Sajet, who had herself permanently integrated into the colony ship as its living core. She is now Fleet Command. The promise of the Guide Stone united the entire population. Every mind became focused on the true origin of our people. Every effort on the construction of the ship that would seek it out among the stars.
All stations green. You got it. Phase 8, 9, and 10 sealed. Scaffold decks A, B, C secure. All systems green. What a beautiful sight.
This is Fleet Command. Reporting Mothership pre-launch status. Command online. Resourcing online. Construction online. Cryogenic subsections A through J online. K through S online. Scaffold control, stand by for alignment. Alignment confirmed. Stand by, release control.
All caliber banks released.
The mothership has cleared the scaffold. We are away. Stand by for command line testing.
Command line green, initial fleet in position.
Here we are. One of the most iconic cutscenes, I would
Fleet
say.
intelligence going online. Our task is to analyze all sensor data and generate mission objectives.
I'll let
Before the
Fleet
hyperdrive
Intelligence
test,
talk.
Several trials must be completed.
Ready for orders.
Test construction by building the primary research ship. Test resource processing by harvesting the asteroids provided nearby.
Hyperspace module charging. 35% capacity and rising. The mothership will be ready for the hyperdrive test in 10 minutes.
Alright. So, everybody, welcome to Homeworld 1. Oh, here we go,
Stand by to
another
begin combat trials.
another
First,
briefing.
we will be monitoring formation performance. Target drones have been provided here. Assign a formation to your fighters and destroy the drones.
Okay, that should be simple enough. Oh yeah, so Attenborough and Carisanyo, welcome to the convoy. I hope that you are doing well today. We are just getting started with the Homeworld 1 campaign. So that was the launch of the mothership from its scaffold. So for a little bit of history, the construction of the mothership, if I recall correctly, took something like 60 years, at least of Karaki years, in order to complete first the scaffold using materials from the asteroid belts of the Karak system, and then also to complete the mothership within that scaffold. As I can see, she is quite the massive vessel. Absolutely enormous. For scale, here is the small interceptor. Oh, not interceptor, the scout. So I can actually read off the description for the scout. So this is known as the Arrow. It is the lightest craft that we will have, and is also the first combat technology that the Kushan have for their push into space. Alright, so were they not able to build it in atmosphere? Well, the mothership unfortunately is not atmosphere capable. In fact, at the present, she is not even thrust capable. While the drives are barely operational enough to kick her away from the scaffold, in the campaign we unfortunately cannot even move the vessel around. The only thing the mothership can do is use her hyperspace jump drives in order to transport from one system to another, or from one location in a system to another. So, the fundamental operation of the fundamental way to play Homeworld is that you have a mothership or other sorts of production vessels which are capable of creating other ships. If we go into B, the build menu, we will see that we have the ability to create certain kinds of vessels. We can create a scout, which is our basic combat craft. As you can see, it's rather weak compared to what we will have later on in the game, but it only costs 35 resource units. So if anyone remembers or watched the Deserts of Karak playthrough, we did have two different kinds of construction materials that we would use to create our forces. We had construction units and we had resource units. Resource units were a more advanced resource type used for the creation of upgrades and for advanced machinery, such as battle cruisers and for advanced components like railguns. But in this case, because these are all starships, we're only using resource units. So right now we are able to produce scouts, salvage corvettes, which are in essence a orbital construction craft. However, they can also be used to capture any hostile craft that we may encounter on our expedition. Then we can also produce the resource collector, which is the bread and butter of our economy. If we don't have any of these, and we don't have enough resources, at least 650, to construct another, we are basically doomed. We can consider that particular scenario to be scrapped. This is a very slow but durable craft that is able to harvest asteroids and return with the bounty to some kind of resource collection point. Then of course we have the basic probe, which is simply a sensor with an engine on it, but it is cheap and it has a very long range. So if you don't want to send something out there that may be lost, send in a probe. However, if we look at the cost, a scout costs nearly as much, but a scout is able to escape. Legend of Galactic Heroes Alliance has a similar issue with atmospheric capabilities. Also, these ship designs look neat. Yeah, I think some of the designs in Homeworld 1 are capable of atmospheric flight. If I believe there was even some lore about there being predecessor interceptors before the Aero Scout that were designed for atmospheric use. However, I believe there were some issues with those, and thus we are not able to use them. And then we also have a research ship. We actually have to build one of these. Now the really cool thing is that research ships, for both the other faction and for the Kushan, the more you build of them, the more they actually dock to each other. So as you can see, it has a little divot here on one side and a little protrusion on the other. And in essence, once complete, once you have 6 of these research ships, you will have, all right, let's build one of these. You will have a nice donut ring. So we've set to build one research ship, and we have just enough RUs to do that. So now that we've configured our queue, let's hit the build button.
Production underway.
And this is a batch. This is basically what each of these production lines is independent. So this is unlike Deserts of Karak, where we had one production line or multiple production lines that had a queue in them. Here, each individual type of vessel has its own independent production line. So if you have, say for example, 20 different types of ships, you could simultaneously build all of them. However, that will likely make you run out of resources very quickly. So let's close that up, and let's take a look at our Sensors Manager. The Sensors Manager is essentially the bird's eye view of the battlefield. Homeworld 1 has some issues in terms of maneuvering your ships long distances, and you will have to use this Sensors Manager in order to get ships to move any appreciable distance in the battle space. As you can see here, as we move around, we can see that there is this light debris field right in front of the scaffolding.
Research ship complete.
I really enjoy these particle effects, for however primitive they are. And here are the target drones that we are supposed to be destroying.
Division is online. Begin
So let's zoom
fighter
back in.
chassis research immediately.
And we have launched one of the research ships. It has its own set of thrusters and it will follow the mothership along if it was moving. But for the most part, this will be a stationary component. So let's go to the menu once again, hit the R button for research, and we can begin researching the fighter chassis. Let's take a look at the info. Fighter chassis. The heavy fighter chassis is required to build larger fighters, like interceptors and attack bombers. Can build interceptor. So this, I believe, will be the Blade. The Blade Interceptor, Mark V. So we will actually be researching an improvement to it. So let's get that started while we are here at the scaffolding before the expedition launches. We never know what kind of threats might be out there. So here are the cryo trays. These contain a selection of 100,000 cryo-suspended colonists each, picked from the finest, brightest, and most powerful minds of Kushan. And these will eventually be loaded onto the mothership once we have determined that the hyperdrive works correctly. This way, at least if there is a critical failure, no lives will be lost. Let's see here. There is Fleet Command right here. Alright. Let's begin harvesting. So we hit the H button, and our harvester, once we focus on it, will now proceed to begin collecting resource units from any available asteroids or other such scrap. Inspired by a chocolate bar. You know, it's a good design. It's a good design. Triangular prisms are definitely very nice. So as you can see, the collector actually has a huge capacity. That fairly large asteroid, once processed, only filled up about an eighth of the capacity of the collector. Oh, and one of the neat things is, I've turned on this command line option for the executable of Homeworld, but you can actually go pilot mode, which means there's a certain cockpit on a vessel, and you can see what they do. It's a little bright, but that's how boring it is being a resource collector. And you can do that with anything, including the mothership, which will have absolutely no action happening. Okay. So let's take a look at our objectives once again. Harvest asteroids and destroy target drones using a formation.
Reporting.
Alright, 1 second please. I need to pull up some of the special controls here. 1 second. Alright, data is coming up for me. Fantastic. Perfect. Okay, so
Heavy fighter chassis
how the
research
combat in that
complete.
mode? Well, you're about to see. So let's focus on our fighters here, or our scouts. So now we will create a control group, as is done with almost every RTS that has any sort of usable interface. So now our scouts are in command group 1. Let's put them in a formation. So one of the unique things about... Hello, Niwa. Spombo, that Spombo Hoyware. That's a new one. Oh, I thank you. So one of the neat things about Homeworld is that you can place your forces into a formation. Right now, they are in a delta. However, I'm not sure if they are actually declared to be in a delta, or if they are simply holding that position. So you can use either the right-click menu with formations. So we can either do a delta. Oh, let's select our fighters. Go into delta. Oh, Lapin is raiding! Greetings, Lapin! Once again you attempt to get to the bridge of our vessel. And once again, we will repel. How are you doing, Lapin? What was today's stream activity? Greetings, Raiders, greetings. You got married! Congratulations! I am so sorry I did not attend the bridal shower. Oh my. I will transfer some credits to you in lieu of a physical gift of some sort. I'm afraid delivery to whatever node, JumpNet node you're on is unfortunately a little bit far away. This in the sun. Who is the lucky other partner in this marriage? Alright, we are in Delta formation. Here is another formation our fighters can have. Everyone! Everyone, congratulations! Congratulations, Lapigos. I am very glad that you are now married to Lapin. Or was it also just all of humanity to some extent? Are we included? I may write this off for tax purposes, if we are married, Lapin. The courier business is... Oh, perfect! I will be putting that on my tax forms. The Far Sons Coalition does have a discount for anyone who is in a marriage partnership. Oh, goodness. Alright, so this is a broad formation. This is sort of a very simple and boring way of flying ships, but it might be good for anything larger than a fighter. It wasn't forced. Stop fibbing. I'm sure anyone marrying Lapin is completely enthralled with the idea, and there's absolutely everything is voluntary.
X formation confirmed.
Here we have X formation. Here we have Claw, which is one of the bread and butter formations used in Homeworld 1 combat.
Wall formation.
Wall formation, which forms a fantastic wall. This is a very very pikeman, very hoplite sort of fighting. Here we have Sphere, a particularly excellent formation for protecting other craft.
Custom locked in.
Then we have Custom, which is just anything goes, and you can lock it into a position. Wait, did I just get married without my knowledge? Yes, Falls Jukes, it appears that is the case, but I am sure that you are pleased that you are married to Lapin Lapankatsu. And think of the tax benefits. Okay, so let's go to Claw Formation. So let's begin the attack. So as you can see, we cannot see the target. We will have to use our Sensors Manager. Alright. Oh yes, that's a good question. Is there a wedding cake? So, one of the things about Homeworld 1 is the UI is very dated. This is a 1999 Common Era game, and it has some limitations. You thought you could use a right click. You really did. Oh, look at me, I'm about to right click. No, that does not do anything.
Awaiting assignment.
You will have to use M. And look, we now have a movement circle. And watch this. To anyone who has not seen Homeworld 1 or 2 or Homeworld Cataclysm, ta-da! 3-dimensional movement. Get a load of that, Buster. Look at that. We can go up. We can go down. We can go all around. Look at that. M. M is the best key. You know what? I do enjoy hitting M. Now, one of the worst things about Homeworld 1's UI that I think is somewhat of a barrier to entry at this point is that you cannot move very well. Look at this. There is a radial limitation on the distance I can travel on the Sensors Manager. There is in Homeworld 2, but it is more obvious why there is a limitation. So let's get our interceptors close to the target. Also, I cannot simply make my fighters attack command from here. Instead, I must get within visual range of my targets, and now I can focus on these fighters, and I will be able to attack the target drones. Yes, the remastered really added a lot of quality of life improvements. Homeworld 2 really does improve quality of life, but I think it does take away some aspects of the game. So here are our target drones that we will be attacking very shortly. So if you look at the health bar right here, one thing I will mention before we begin is there is also a blue bar underneath that is slightly depleted. And this is the fuel gauge. This is in essence the limit of your fighter craft's ability to go at top speed in the combat area. Once they run out of fuel, they will basically slow down to a crawl and be completely combat ineffective. Alright, so one of the most important things in, oh, let's see here. I missed some comments here. Think of the tax benefits. Oh yes, I am Bahamas Wire indeed. Oh, come on, Omabes, I am glad that you're liking this. It is definitely a challenging game, especially later on, considering the UI limitations, but I think it is a very worthwhile experience. So one of the things you can do is right-click to attack. Oh, I apologize. There we go. So the attack has begun. Now, that is all nice and good. However, the more important thing you can do is click with control locked in, and then you can drag attack. This is one of the most, I think, useful UI features of Homeworld 1 that I think should have been carried over to so many RTSs of that era, but unfortunately it wasn't. Drag select attack is just an amazing feature. You can also do drag anything almost. Yes, Pig. Homeworld is... The age does definitely force... It does make you have to really think if you want to play this. Have a good rest, Pig. Thank you for joining the convoy for as long as you could.
A 22% increase in combat performance.
Oh good, our fighters are getting better.
The next trial will test the effectiveness of tactics. Stand by to begin tactics trial. Use aggressive or evasive tactics and engage the target drones here.
Okay, let's begin. So one of the other things you can set using the right click or a hotkey menu is you can set the tactics that your units will use. Now, Unfortunately, I've never fully determined this, but the difference between aggressive and evasive tactics is that in aggressive, your fighters will, as expected, the AI will behave much more aggressively when picking out targets, so there will be less time dodging, evading, and pulling away. And I believe... I will have to, don't quote me on this please, but I believe the speed will drop slightly, but the firepower will increase. At the same time, evasive is the opposite. Fightercraft will use more dodging maneuvers, and if I am potentially incorrect here, the firepower will decrease, but the engine power will increase. However, I will have to double check that before I am able to fully indicate if that is true or not. So let's begin advancing towards the next target drones while we set our tactics to aggressive. Actually, let's start with evasive so we can see the difference. So we've seen what normal is like. All right, we are in visual range. Let's begin drag select attack. And here we go.
Target acquired.
So this is evasive. It's not quite as visible when the targets themselves are not moving, but as you can see, they're taking their sweet time to line up for the second pass. And we have lost our formation. Let's go back into claw. However, since they are evading, they are not holding a very tight formation. Let's go with aggressive now. So we've switched our tactics to aggressive. Let's make sure our fighters know that they should be in a formation. So as you can see, now that they are aggressive, they're slowing down in order to line up their attacks for as much time as they can. Oh, and you can actually pause the game in the middle of combat in order to take a look at what's going on and give yourself a chance to breathe, especially during some of the tougher scenarios. And it's a physics pause, so it's very interesting to look at all the projectiles in mid-flight. So one interesting command we can do is we can hit the D button, and all of the fighters will simply return to dock.
Tactics trial complete. The next trial will test the performance of the salvage corvette. Build one and capture the target drone here.
So as in all of our lives, I think many of us have had to encounter some sort of salvaging. So taking something that you no longer need in its original form and repurposing it for something else. And in an expedition to the unknown, that is a very important skill to have. I've salvaged many ships before, and many crawlers back in my days of being an ORAC employee on Gehenna, but those days are long behind me. So let's build a salvage corvette, at least one of them.
Construction
And this
commencing.
chubby little friend of ours will be one of our most important assets in this expedition. And if we think of it as a basis, Errors, your Newtonian maneuvering reps. Yes, Attenborough, unfortunately we cannot expect Newtonian physics from this particular game engine, but that's okay. Let's see, I don't think we can harvest anything else. There are no further resources in the inner Karak system. So let's take a look at our build. The salvage corvette is now online. So it should be coming out. There it is, our beautiful friend, the salvage corvette. Let's assign it to control group 10, or 0 on the keyboard. Look at our little friend here. Alright, let's test out our salvaging systems. Let's go to the sensors manager, move the salvage corvette into visual range of the target probe. Or of the, the target drone. I really do love the trail effects. They may be incredibly primitive with this simple polygon with another polygon with a gradient in it, but I think it does exactly all that is needed to get across that this is a very powerful ship drive. And if we want to look at human scale in relation to the size of this craft, consider that these viewports are larger than any typical human being, since this is a multi-craft crew. And that is how big these vessels are. Ah, there's our target drone. So now that we've selected our salvager, we can use the Z key and drag select a box with the Z depressed. And there we go, we have activated salvaging on all targets within the Z box. And this this target drone will only take one salvager to salvage. Larger craft may require more than one salvager to lock on at any given time. So in general, it behooves you to have at least a pair, if not more, of salvagers, but a pair is nearly not enough. You want many salvagers. You thought the salvage vessels were 25 meters long. Well, I did not give an exact figure, but let me take a look at the Well of Souls wiki page, and we can take a look at the dimensions that are canonically listed. Let's take a look. Well, what we do know from the listing here is that the salvage craft is a 900-ton vessel. And yes, the cryopods have 10,000 people in them, and they are packed in tight like sardines. We will actually see in a future cutscene what these cryopod interiors look like. Thank you, Gale. I appreciate that. Alright, let's see here. So our fighters are back. I think they can wait around, and I think we will be ready for launch. Seems like the controls are rather unnecessarily convoluted. Well, so Homeworld 1, and I'm not going to say it was the first, but it was the, practically speaking, the most popular introduction to three-dimensional maneuver that you could have in an RTS game. The fact that the three-dimensional maneuvering is already this smooth, I think is a testament to picking a rather intuitive system for it. Using M and Shift mouse drag in order to adjust your position.
I'm ready to initiate quantum wave generation on your mark. Good luck, everyone.
All sections have reported in. We are clear to proceed. Trigger the hyperspace drive at your discretion.
All right, we are ready for our hyperdrive test. This is a historic day for the Kushan people. And look at the lighting, Skybox. This is beautiful. One of the other limitations of the original Homeworld 1 engine is that you do not have a free camera. Unless the craft you are tracking is destroyed or you scuttle it, you must always be orbiting something. You can't simply detach and move to another point and watch the action unfold. Like the Ringo, like the cradles in oh goodness. Oh my. The cradles were in Armored Core. Is that correct? Armored Core 4? Alright, let's begin the hyperspace jump. Yes, Armored Core 4 answer. Well, let's do the will of the mothership here, and let us hyperspace jump to the outer Carrack system. This is a historic event, everyone. This is a historic event.
Auto docking.
Alright, let's do the quick docking, since we don't want to watch everything enter the mothership. There we go.
All hyperspace systems operating at full power.
If the hyperspace targeting system is accurate, we will emerge in close proximity to the support vessel Kar Salim. This ship has spent the past 10 years traveling on conventional drives to reach the outer Carrack system. The Kar Salim will monitor the quantum waveform as we return to normal space and assist in tuning our drive control systems. If the hyperspace module malfunctions, the Kar Salim will provide assistance and resupply. Mission objectives will be to dock with the support vessel in order to complete adjustments to the mothership and her drives.
10 years. 10 years of conventional flight. And we covered that in a blink of an eye. Ah, it looks like the weird Bermuda Triangle effect from Carrack. Yes. It is the quantum waveform effect that that made Carrack the Bermuda Triangle.
All systems nominal, and the quantum wave effect has dissipated.
Alright, let's begin harvesting immediately.
The support ship is not here. Fleet Command will signal the Kar Salim while we confirm our current position.
Claw formation confirmed.
This is the mothership calling support vessel Kar Salim. Come in, please. We have misjumped and are requesting your beacon. This is the mothership calling support vessel Kar Salim. Please respond.
Huh. No response.
Priority alert. We have picked up the Car Slim's automated beacon. Send a probe to make contact and re-establish communications.
Oh, this is concerning. Maybe the Car Salim suffered some sort of communications malfunction. It has been 10 years since they were last launched, so systems do fail on aged ships like that. We may need to conduct search and rescue operations in this case. Let's take a look at what we can research.
Corvette drive research.
Ah, corvettes. We can begin constructing corvettes. So let's get that underway. Let's see what we can build now. Let us construct a probe. We will require at least one of them. And we can build our batch.
Production underway.
Oh, and the interceptor is now available for construction. So it costs a little bit more, but as you can see...
Probe complete.
Let's take a look here. It has 160 armor, as compared to the 110 armor of the Scout. However, the interceptor is significantly slower. I guess we doesn't age either. Karis, I think I'm missing some context. Who is we? Imagine full crews of elderly men. Yeah, that would unfortunately be, I think, a huge workload on anyone who is aging and in space. I certainly would hope that they selected fairly young crews, simply due to the needs of conventional spaceflight. Okie doke. Let's see here. Well, you know, this does warrant some caution, so I think it may be worthwhile to construct some of these interceptors. We have 400 resources, so we can build 8 of them.
Thank you.
Less than that, actually. Oh, now that the resource collector is docked, we can build a few more.
Construction commencing.
Let's take a look at this. The slow process of resource collection. If you like fast resource harvesting, this game may not be for you. Alright, we are handling that. Our fighters are under construction. Let's take a look at this new blade interceptor. One of the important things is to not waste your time. And as you can see, the arrow and the blade are very similar. This is in essence an arrow with some components slapped onto it.
Research complete.
The game is slow-paced until it isn't, and that is when you want to start hitting the pause button as much as you humanly can. But it is mostly a game of atmosphere and tension, because right now I'm fairly tense as to what is going on with the Car Salim. So let's break that tension and send our probe to investigate the Car Salim.
Probe dispatched.
Probe away. And as you can see, the probe travels faster than any craft you have. And we are about to leave the rendering radius of the mothership. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Why is there this music? Okay, we are under attack. We are not alone out here.
Responding.
They're attacking. The mothership is under attack.
Spawn formation confirmed.
Engage incoming units. The mothership must be defended.
Probe in position.
Oh boy.
Mothership.
Oh boy. Here we go. Mothership, set her to aggressive. We have some defensive guns on the mothership.
Mothership. The mothership
Alright.
is under fire.
Let's see if we can salvage a missile corvette. I'm gonna pause this just so I could show something to the audience. Alright. Let me read some comments here. Yes, the game is rather slow-paced. Abandoned humanity becomes speed. The probe certainly does that. And I'm sorry, Melchior, I must pause for dramatic effect and for tactical sense. What? If I have a tool, why would I not use it? And yes, the game is very creepy. You are alone in the middle of a vast, hostile universe. And the universe has just shown us that this is the face that greets you when you jump from your home system. Yes, there are many, many mausoleums here in the depths of space. And these raiders will make sure that our mothership joins them. Alright, let's undo the pause here. Alright, so now our fighters are engaged in fighting off these raiders. The battle chatter is fantastic. The pilot thinks that this is in our favor, and I will tend to agree with them. Our harvesters are not under attack. Let's take a look at what our salvager is doing. Come on. Come on, salvager. You have this. They are attacking our research vessel. This is no good. Let's take a look at what we're researching. Let's research the Corvette chassis.
Research.
Let's build a repair Corvette.
Production
And let's
underway.
build... No, we do not have the light Corvette yet. Can we capture it? Can we capture it? Come on, come on. How are our fighters doing here? Go for attack. There we go. The last of the enemies is down.
Repair Corvette complete.
Alright. We're gonna attack this gun-wielding raider. Loading in space. Abandon hope and courage. Merge your soul with the Bido. Yes. There is no escape. Come on, salvage Corvette, you have this. Alright, the only remaining enemy is the missile Corvette, and the missile Corvette is gone.
Threat eliminated.
Perfect. Let's dock and repair all of our surviving
Sustained minor
fighters.
hull damage. Repairs are underway.
Same with the Salvet.
Docking with mothership initiated. Waiting assignment.
The Car Salim has been destroyed. Heavy weapon damage is visible on the remaining fragment. A salvage corvette must be sent to retrieve the mission data recorder.
So we should have visual on the Car Salim because we sent a probe fairly close to it. 10 years. 10 years of your life waiting for the most exciting moment in Karaki history. You would be the first to witness an incoming hyperspace jump of your people. 10 years, all for nothing. Nothing but debris. And this little resource cloud is all that we will be able to use from this expedition. Alright, let's go back to the mothership. So our mission objective now is to salvage the Car Salim. Yes, there is a mission recorder. If you like space horror, the immediate sequel, Homeworld Cataclysm, is truly space horror. Right, so we will be using one of our salvage corvettes in order to obtain that black box recorder. Here is the repair corvette. This is in essence a small craft capable of docking fighters, refueling them, and also repairing larger warships
Corvette
or
chassis
vessels.
research. Light Corvette available for
Oh.
construction.
We now have a new thing that we can build.
Mothership.
Let's see, we can actually begin researching the heavy
Commencing
corvette.
Heavy Corvette upgrade research.
Let's see how quick that research is going. So I'm gonna game the system a little. The light corvette is a fine craft, but I would much rather have heavy corvettes available.
Ready for
And I think I would also like to consider, depending on my resources, constructing another resource collector. Simply for time's sake.
Mothership.
Also, I do not think the threat that we are encountering here is significant enough.
Construction commencing.
So let's build another resource collector.
Mothership.
And with that, we will also have enough to build another
Production
salvage
underway.
corvette. And I think we will have enough for some heavy corvettes once the research is complete. There's some pretty good, dang fan-made horror campaigns for Free Space. Yes, there is so much fan-made content for Free Space. It is truly amazing. And especially with how easy it is to install with the Knossos mod manager. For those unaware or just joining us, I regularly play Free Space,
Salvage Corvette complete.
which is a first-person fighter sim game, at other days during my usual weekly rotation. So feel free to check that out if you would like. It also has a excellent community and an excellent amount of mods and content available. So the game is very much still alive.
Resource collector complete.
So let's actually put all of our
10 reinforced.
corvettes into a group, and let's put our
Route 9 designated.
repair vessel into its own group, and send our harvester out to harvest. Oh! Niwatori TV is raiding us. Ah! More raiders! Wingmates to your stations! Once again, we must hold the bridge. Yes, that is the attitude, Karis. Welcome, raiders, welcome! How are you this fine evening? Or whatever time of day is in your particular orbit, if you are in any sort of orbit at all. Alright, let's begin the operation. So let's have all of these scouts enter a claw formation, and all of these interceptors enter a claw. And we will put all of our fighters in Command Group 1, and have them G-guard both of these salvettes. And I will also have this repair corvette escort our 2 salvettes. And if anyone's confused, salvette is simply quick shorthand for salvage corvette.
Complete. Heavy Corvette available for construction.
Hi, Niwa. Yes. Nice to see you on this side of the chat box. I've seen your streams a few times before, and remember yesterday was Dark Souls. What was today? Oh, Melchior, thank you. I'm glad that you're willing to die for me. I appreciate that kind of participation. I will make sure that you are placed in the front lines of the counterattack. Oh goodness! I'm sorry. There's I understand that there is a rotation on the channel, but there's a lot going on here. I apologize. That was a gaffe. I collect data. I should know better. Hello, Amiko. Yes, it is. It's good to meet you.
Transfer confirmed.
Yeah, the whole Niwatori collective has good taste. How's my salvager or my harvester doing here? Harvesting as expected.
Reporting.
All right, this group is moving on. Oh yes, she is based. Based is the right word. And based on solid information and good taste. I will not have any other sort of bases used. Okay, so we are about to begin salvaging the data collector from this vessel. So to anyone joining us, we are playing Homeworld 1 Classic. Homeworld is a 3-dimensional space combat RTS where I suppose a people called the Karaki are trying to find their long-lost homeworld, traveling on this mothership of theirs, known colloquially as the Banana. This is our home base in the middle of the vastness of space, the unforgiving void, filled with nothing but micrometeorites, dust, and radiation. So this is home away from home away from Karak. However, unfortunately, it appears that we are not alone in this cold and forgiving universe. And our support ship, which was supposed to meet us and begin calibration for the faster-than-light drive that we were using, unfortunately, it was destroyed by some kind of raiders. So this was the worst way to learn that we are not alone in the universe. That the universe is actively hostile to us. And we are right now salvaging the black box recorder, which will hopefully shed light on what happened with this tragic loss of the Car Salim. And as much as it grieves us, our harvester here is salvaging these dust clouds from the debris of the Car Salim.
Priority alert.
Even the dead must
Hostile units
serve.
detected on an intercept course with the Car Salim. Protection of the salvage team is a primary objective.
Here come the raiders.
Return to the mothership with the mission recorder. We need that data.
Here they come. Alright, Group 1, protect the salvage operation. It must
An enemy
return.
carrier. They appear to be reinforcing their squadrons of fighters and corvettes with it.
Alright, here we go, here we go.
Awaiting assignment.
Oh! The enemy has a carrier, and it's continually sending waves of enemy fighters.
Locked on target.
Oh, there is a Legend of Galactic Heroes mod for Homeworld 2. Yeah, Homeworld 2 has also quite a bit of fan content. Oh, we are losing fighters.
Under attack.
We will need to pull back once we have engaged this wave, because I don't think we can tolerate these losses.
Engaging.
I think we're gonna have to pull back already.
Understood.
This is not worth engaging in. We should be faster than these raiders. Your base chickens from space, so you can understand your space problems. Good luck in your journey, Captain. Wait, thank you. Thank you. I will do my best to protect my people
Group 10 under attack.
against all of these threats. Group 10 is under attack. Oh, there is a single raider that managed to escape.
Awaiting assignment.
At least this corvette is defending.
Mothership.
Right, how many resources do we have? Let's begin constructing at least a couple of heavy corvettes,
Construction
which are very good anti-fighter weapons. The mothership should be able to handle this fighter with its point defense guns. Return to space dust. Yeah, I absolutely love the Raiders' paint schemes. And I love the way the cockpit has a bit of a jaw here. It gives it such a menacing appearance. Alright, where are our fighters?
Receiving. Group 10 reporting enemy contact. Group 1.
Alright, looks like we have to engage.
Target.
These bandits simply won't let us through. But we are very close to the mothership. Alright, where's our corvette? Where's our corvette? We have one corvette. We're gonna assign it to Group 2.
Group 2 designated.
Fighters must fight. Yes. So this is our heavy corvette. I believe it has the nickname Coffin, because the cockpit unit is bolted into the chassis.
Group
So
2
there's really no place to move on the hull. Alright, this group has completed its operation. They aren't going to move back to the mothership for repair and
Downloading
resupply.
mission data recording. Replaying last entry.
We have the black box from the Car Salim. Here's the data.
What do you mean you detect a hyperspace entry? The mothership isn't due for...
Sir, I have multiple contacts on closing vectors, unknown profiles, no recognition codes. They're not ours.
Well, if they're not ours, who the hell are they?
Sir, they're coming in fast. Check. Incoming fire. We are under attack. They're getting through. Breaches across all decks. Hull integrity failing.
Castle into mothership if you are receiving abort hyperdrive test. Repeat, abort hyperdrive test.
Heavy corvette complete.
The last words of dead men. They tried to warn us.
Receiving.
Backup assigned to Group 2.
Looks like we have some revenge to enact.
Group 1 reporting.
Group 1, Doc, we need you repaired and ready for battle.
Mothership. Not con enabled.
We are detecting enemy units advancing on our position. Organize a defensive force to protect the mothership.
This should not be a problem. So this is the docking procedure of the resource collector right here. This is definitely not a fast game. There we go. Now we have a resource injection. Let's take a look at these. Their hulls are in adequate condition. So we will have this repair corvette protect the mothership by covering it with its repair beam. And these heavy corvettes will hopefully be able to help us hold off the enemy. Let's take a look. We have some more resources, so let's construct another pair of heavy corvettes. Do we have any research available? No more research available. And the enemy is already inbound. So the heavy corvette, let's put it in a wall formation. They have a heavy attack, which is a burst, which absolutely devastates close-in formations. I missed with it, unfortunately, but otherwise it is very powerful. So corvettes, in essence, counter any sort of fighter, whereas frigates can counter corvettes. So you have to know which units are good against what. But in essence, if you want to play smart, to some extent, fighters, while they are good for harassing, they stop being effective towards the later game. So let's include this corvette in our corvette group and put it in the wall. Let's go back to claw formation here. And claw formation again. And let's attack these and attack. And rejoin corvette group, go back to wall, attack, attack. Let's see if we can salvage anything. Group 10. Group 10, do salvage operations, please. So let's take a look at what the fight looks like from a pilot's perspective, using the pilot camera.
We've determined that these enemy units are...
Yeah, they absolutely ruined corvettes. They went from being super strong craft that are simply just durable, but just a bit bulky, to being a rock, paper, scissors fodder. Oh, hello! Obocop. Ooh, that's a mouthful. I like that. You haven't played a RTS in 15 years, but looks pretty rad. Well, this RTS is more from about 20 to 21 years ago. Oh. Here they come, here they come. Alright, let's have our salvettes salvage anything they can here. Maybe they'll grab something. The cute thing is that, at the very least, the salvage corvette frantically chases something around the battlefield. Let's see, are these... Yes, these are corvettes. Let's see if Group 10 can salvage these enemy corvettes, which have been shredded anyways. Alright. Let's move back. We are getting too far from the mothership. I don't like this. We should use its guns to our advantage. Let's move back to the mothership. And we need to go down because we have risen up very far. So as you can see, some of our craft have taken significant damage. So I'm gonna pause real quick because this is a lot of mental thinking. So this one right here is down to almost less than half health. Let's hit D on it so that it docks. And let's take a look here. This particular one is almost destroyed, so let's make sure it docks too. There we go, dock. And that one can dock. And basically that means they'll leave the formation. Alright, corvettes. Defend, defend. Alright, and the remainder of these groups can attack. Let's focus back on them. Attack whoever's inbound. And we are doing quite well here for the time being. We have overwhelming firepower on these raiders. Excellent. Hopefully they will give up at a certain point. Let's engage.
Scuttle initiated.
No. Nope. Oh, no. Pause. I've accidentally initiated scuttle. S is a very common shortcut for stopping something. Let's see here. 1 second, please. I need to make sure that I cancel that very quickly. Okay. Scuttle is S. I really should rebind that. Cancel orders is Teal Day. There we go. There we go. We have canceled the scuttle. That would have been awful if we hadn't done that. Oh, these fighters need to dock immediately.
Group 2 reports victory.
Alright, we are taking damage here. Okay, here we go, here we go. Our heavy corvettes are really helping pull this off. The heavy corvette is one of the best investments. Right, our fighters need some repairs. Let's let that one dock.
Enemy units are retreating. Objectives complete. Stand by
Excellent.
for immediate return to combat.
Ooh. Alright, there are no further resources to harvest, so I think we are ready to retreat. Okay, let's take a look. Let's assess our tactical situation and dock everything that we have. Let's see what we have in terms of resourcing and research before we continue onward. So now we know that there are hostiles around. So before we return to Karak, we want to be ready to protect Karak. So let's take a look at how many RUs we have. We do not have much to play with, so let's not waste the few RUs that we do have available to us on something that may go to waste. Okay. So yes, this is the heavy corvette. 2 turrets, a single drive, and a lot of armor. If we look at the schematics here, as you can see, the corvette has 1700 armor, as opposed to the light corvette's 900 armor, as opposed to the interceptor's 160 armor. So these can take far more of a beating. However, they are not nearly as maneuverable. I do think that the heavy corvette will likely be our bread and butter for a lot of this operation, if the hostiles continue to be as dense. Alright, let's begin the hyperspace jump back to Karak.
Autodock commencing.
I'm going to autodock shortly. Here we are. Quick docking.
Hyperspace engaged.
Jump initiated. Let's hope Karak is safe.
Analysis of wreckage reveals the hostile units are using strike craft ranging from fighters to combat corvettes. All pilots will be briefed in case hostiles have penetrated farther into the Karak system. On our return to Karak, the final outfit of the mothership must be accelerated in order to defend against possible future attacks. Many major mothership systems are still incomplete. We will notify Karak's missile defense system of this possible threat. The mothership will then dock with the scaffold for repairs. Stand by for hyperspace exit to Karak.
Yeah, the mothership has been launched before it's ready for full. Oh, that is not how we left the scaffold.
All ships auto-launching.
Oh.
No one's left. Everything's gone. Karak is burning.
Karak is being consumed by a firestorm. The scaffold has been destroyed. All orbital facilities destroyed. Significant debris ring in low Karak orbit. Receiving no communication from anywhere in the system. Not even beacons.
Wait. On the maintenance frequency, I'm getting a signal from the cryo tray systems in orbit. One of them is suffering a massive malfunction.
The cryo trays are under attack. Defend them.
Karak is gone.
These ships are different from those we encountered at the Car Slim. It is likely they were involved in the destruction of Karak. Capture at least one vessel for interrogation and destroy the rest.
And they are killing our colonists. These are the last people. This is... Oh, this is a... I have no words. Come on, get a move on.
Underway.
Come on. We need to protect. We need to protect them.
Standing by. Group 1 receiving. Group 2 reporting.
Alright, we're gonna use evasive tactics.
Ready for order.
Okay.
Group 1 reporting enemy contact.
So these are now distracted. I think we can latch on to this craft. We've already lost one of the cryo trays.
Group 10 to combat station. Reporting for duty.
Watch your 6.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Come on, salvager, you can make it. No!
Group 10 lost.
We need more salvage corvettes.
Mothership. Construction commencing.
Now, you know what? That was not the right approach. That was not the right approach. We need to save the trays first. I'm unwilling to see the people of Karak suffer like that. No.
One's left.
No.
Everything's gone.
Absolutely
Karak is
not.
burning.
Karak is being consumed by a firestorm.
We will save the cryo trays, as many as we
Scaffold has
can.
been destroyed. All orbital facilities destroyed. Significant debris ring in low Karak orbit.
Let's get these cryo trays
Receiving no
harvested as soon as we
communication from
can.
anywhere in the system. Not even beacons.
Damn, that is
On the maintenance
never a good
frequency,
sight.
I'm getting a
Seeing
signal from
Karak in
cryo
flames.
systems in orbit. One of them is suffering a massive
Alright, let's
malfunction.
begin.
The cryo trays are under attack. Defend them.
Standing by.
These ships are different from those we encountered at the Car Slim. It is likely they were involved in the destruction of Karak.
Group 2 responding.
Capture at least one vessel for interrogation and destroy the rest.
Responding.
Please salvage these as soon as you can. Repair.
Ready for orders.
Support command acknowledged.
Right, we are repairing the cryo tray as quickly as we can, while also attempting to salvage it. While our fighters do a desperate stand in an attempt to distract.
Group 2 reading contact.
Let's get another salvage corvette built.
Production underway.
Okay, that tray is away.
Receiving. Support command received.
Come on, fighters.
Group 2 acknowledged.
Focus fire.
Letting go.
That one is burning already.
Group 1 acknowledged.
Turn it into nothingness. Come on. Bring it down.
Reporting.
Salvage corvette complete.
This is Group 1. We have
We have a new salvage corvette.
Standing by.
Let's get these cryo trays on board.
They're too fast.
No!
Radio attack. CNX.
I'm really glad we managed to do that. No, repair! All fighters, attack!
Target confirmed.
Group 2 copies.
No, repair! We need to repair the cryo tray. What are you doing?
Destination locked in.
Cryo tray loaded.
Damn it.
100,000 people secured.
See you next time.
Responder.
Please, repair! You need to save your own people!
Hang in there.
Damn, these monsters! We need another salvage corvette. We need more salvage corvettes.
Construction.
We need more
commencing.
heavy corvettes.
Production underway.
Let's build some scouts.
Construction commencing.
Come on, repair corvette. Repair corvette, you have been given an order. Damn it. Where is my salvage corvette? There they are. Continue the salvage. Come on. Burn, you bastard, burn!
Lost.
And we've lost the repair corvette. Come on.
Mothership.
Alright, we are producing more and more strike craft, and we are sending them all into battle the moment they leave the production line. Damn it. They are attacking our salvagers, they are focusing on them, and we have no repair corvette.
Resources exhausted. Construction paused.
Pull away, pull away. Okay. We've lost another salvage corvette. And we lost all of our salvage corvettes.
Available resources consumed.
Well, you're about to lose another frigate. Bastards.
Mothership. Salvage corvette complete.
Oh, this is desperate, this is desperate.
Available resources consumed.
Alright,
Group 2 to combat stations.
let's move these salvage corvettes into position.
Heavy corvette complete.
And we'll focus fire with the new corvettes that have arrived. And we have new fighters. Evasive. Alright, the trays are holding up. If we can get 500,000 Karaki, if we can save 500,000 Karaki citizens, that will be good enough for me. Alright, looks like we have taken down more of those frigates. Let's take down another one. Knock them out, knock them out. And they're going after our salvage corvettes again.
Reporting. Bad feeling about this. Pick your targets. Ready for orders.
Damn it. Looks like we will have to. No, 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 no.
Mothership.
They will simply have to die.
Group 10 destroyed. Production underway.
If there's only one left, we should have a much easier time salvaging this last frigate. Damn Taidani. No, nothing left to salvage. Damn, we are going to have to sell some ships in order to fund our build here. This is definitely one of those desperate
Resources
situations.
depleted. All jobs on hold.
Alright.
Group 2 under attack.
Retire, aye. So in the meantime, this salvage corvette can salvage the remaining. There we go, there we go.
Withdraw attack and deploy a salvage team. We need that ship.
Destination confirmed.
Alright, we're gonna pull away our corvettes while they evade.
Group 2 reporting enemy contact.
This is some pretty significant despair. I do not want to leave the Karakians out there alone with that frigate, but I cannot destroy this last frigate. I will have my fighters harass it, so that it is always drawn away from the Karaki people. Alright. This time we're going to wait till the third salvage corvette is ready.
This is Group 2. We have incoming.
Hold on a little bit longer, pilots. Hold on a little bit longer. The salvage team is almost ready. Come on, fabricate faster.
Salvage corvette complete.
There we go. Alright, Group 10, this is all on you now.
Drives offline.
Come on, come on.
This is Group 2. We've got a situation here.
Right.
Locked on to mothership.
Who is left of Group 1? Group 1, continue harassment. Use evasive tactics. Do not destroy it. Stay away from the cryo tray. And it's detected our salvager corvettes.
Drives offline.
You're not going to escape your capture this time. Move closer, backup salvage corvette. There we go, there we go, there we go. And your fate is sealed. Whoever you are. Alright, group 1, cease fire, cease fire. We have them.
Enemy units neutralized. Begin salvaging the cryo trays.
Those trays contain all that remain of our people. Without them, we will become extinct.
Target selected for salvaging.
500 million, or 500,000 left. That is all that remains, along with those who are awake. Oh, apologies about not reading the comments. That was,
Receiving.
more intense than I remembered it.
Understood.
It was a little more intense. Oh. Is space in a pickle? I was in quite a bit of a pickle there, unfortunately. Ooh. So Spacer, what exactly was lost when you came back? Kinda missed the narration when you warped in. Well, if you look here, and you see the charred northern pole of the planet Karak,
Salvage corvette released.
the atmosphere of Karak has been burnt off. The planet is a dead, glowing husk in the middle of space. Everyone on Karak is dead. You can't even hear the emergency beacons. And the only people left are in these cryo trays. I believe one of them was destroyed, so there are only 500,000 Karaki left, along with those awake to serve on the mothership. And here we are bringing our people into the hull.
Crew interned. Interrogation is underway. While searching the enemy ship's computer systems, we came across these flight recordings. Stand by for playback.
Group 3 moving in. All right, now stay together. Ready. Spread.
Incoming missiles. Evasive maneuvers. What the?
There's another one. Sector 4. Prepare for immediate surface bombardment. Commence surface delivery. Orbital target acquired. Watch the spread pattern. Stay sharp. Target destroyed.
Delivery
All targets acquired.
multiple
Surface
impacts.
temperature 1523 and climbing.
Estimated immediate casualties. Clearance
Temperature 17%.
Clearance granted. Primary directive achieved.
Cryo tray loaded. 200,000 people secured.
So yes, those ships were just stragglers. The main force that wiped out Karak is somewhere out there.
Receiving. Docking with mothership initiated.
We can begin researching our capital ship chassis.
Research.
And now we have the support frigate available, which is a capital ship that can repair. So we don't really know who they are, but I will take it we're going to find out. Yes, we will find out. What do we have left but vengeance? Vengeance and seeking out the homeworld that we set out to find. Vengeance, protecting our people and our homeworld. That is all we have left, Melchior. That is all we have left. And the scaffold, and Karak itself, now a charred husk, will always be a monument to the genocide that occurred here. We have lost a lot of pilots in the defense of the cryotrays, and they will not be forgotten.
Salvage field released. We're letting go.
Damn the Taidani. Alright, once the salvage operation is complete, once the cryotrays are loaded, we will head on out. The pickle trays. Well, these are more like refrigerators rather than, I suppose, vats full of pickled beings. Cryo trays. Still a valid form of suspended hibernation, but there are alternatives, especially if you have the correct gene mods. Is this the music of the game? So this is a special track of the soundtrack that really only plays during this part, and the introductory cinematics. Agnus Dei, or Lamb of the Lord, I believe is a rough translation. And it's a classical piece of music. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, goodness. I think... Why did I get Agnus Dei? Thank you, Gale. That is a good correction. But yeah, you will not find that track on the soundtrack of the Homeworld series simply due to licensing issues. However, the remainder of the soundtrack by Paul Risquet is quite fantastic. Right, all of our research is complete.
For construction. Cryo tray loaded. 400,000 people secured.
This is a very poignant level, at least to me, just from the sheer impact of desperately rescuing your people and coming back to nothing after already a devastating blow that the universe is such a hostile place that even within your own system, you are attacked by unknown raiders. The last of the colonists are almost loaded. Yes, Attenborough, they potentially could have, but I'm guessing that was not a concern at the time.
Cryo tray loaded. 500,000 people secured.
Cryo trays loaded and secure. Hyperspace module charged. There's nothing left for us here. Let's go.
There's nothing left for us here. Let's go, indeed. Yeah, the ending track for Homeworld is actually another piece of licensed music, so it is also has not appeared on any of the soundtracks to date. But it is oddly fitting. I won't spoil it, however. Alright, there is nothing left. One last look at Karak, and let us begin our jump to parts unknown. But we are mostly jumping to vengeance.
Marshalling the fleet.
Quick docking.
Hyperspace initiated.
Goodbye, Carrack. Here are the cryopod interiors.
Cryogenic trays have been processed, and our colonists are safe for now.
From the interrogation, we learned that a frontier fleet patrolling the borders of a vast interstellar empire was dispatched to destroy our planet. The captain claimed our people violated a 4,000-year-old treaty forbidding us to develop hyperspace technology. Extermination of our planet was the consequence. The subject did not survive interrogation.
That last line is very telling of the attitude right now.
All ships auto-launching.
Great Wastelands.
Hyperspace jump successful.
War Crimes doesn't even begin to cover what we are about to do.
Scanner data indicates asteroid density is highest in this region. Commence resource gathering.
Alright, let's take a look at what kind of research we can do. Nothing so far. So our military forces took serious casualties during the last engagement. We will need to make sure...
Resource controllers are available for construction.
Oh, excellent.
To improve the efficiency of collection, build one and position it near the asteroid vein.
Mothership.
So a resource controller is a frigate-class vessel that acts as a forward docking point for our resource collectors. So we definitely want to have at least one of these, simply because it makes the resource collection process so much easier. But we will not actually have enough to complete it.
Collection underway. Reporting for duty.
So let's make sure all of our squadrons are correctly numbered.
Reinforced.
Awaiting orders.
So here's Group 2.
Assigned.
We'll put them in a wall again, and we'll put
Responding.
the fighters and interceptors and their own individual claws. We don't want these squadrons to get too big. Okay.
Awaiting assignment.
The mothership should be safe for the time being, but we need to be aware that our resource collectors could be vulnerable.
Acknowledged.
So let's assign a squad of scouts to cover them. So let's do that using G-box select,
Control engaged.
or guard.
Nice to be with you.
Nice to be with you. I do love the chatter.
Resources exhausted. Construction paused.
There we go. And we're off to get some resources to rebuild the Karaki fleet. I suppose now you can call us the Exiles, because that is what we are. We are somehow criminals, violating a 4,000-year-old treaty. 4,000 years. The Karaki people in that time have forgotten what their origins were. Not even where they came from, Hagara, but even that they were once on a ship traveling here. It was even out of the oral tradition.
Reporting for duty.
Let's move our forces closer to the collection operation, but not too far from the mothership.
Underway.
The utter absurdity of this is just mind-boggling. Alright, so here's our resourcing operation. The nice thing about the resource controller is that it also has fighter docking bays, or docking pads, which means we will be able to refuel any escorting fighters. And because they're constantly moving around, if you assign them to guard, they will slowly be burning out their fuel reserves, rendering them combat incapable. So it will be very important to have nearby refueling, a refueling frigate. Let's take a look at our research. No, our build queue. We're completely out of resource units. However, our collectors are returning now, which is excellent news. So we will have that controller, and we should be able to increase the size of our Corvette force once again. We should be able to up it to perhaps... Perhaps up to 8 Corvettes. Fighters are still important to have, but the Corvettes certainly have the durability to actually make them a worthwhile investment. For the amount of RUs we spend on them, the Corvettes really do have significantly more armor. Alright, we will have to learn to use our salvagers a little more effectively. We'll need to provide them cover, but unfortunately salvagers end up being the priority target of any ship AI, unless it's human controlled. But in general, if you attempt to salvage something, the salvagee will protest very aggressively. So we will attempt to salvage the more valuable and slower targets, since they protest less. Alright, looks like we are about to get a significant resource influx. Wingmates, have any of you played games with similar themes of, I suppose, an exodus, a journey from a homeworld or from a place of origin? I think another game with that theme that I really enjoy, especially for the world building, is Perimeter. And that is a very strange RTS game.
To increase
Here we
harvesting
go.
efficiency, move your resource controller as close to heavy resource areas as possible.
Oregon Trail. That is an ood example, I think.
Long-range sensors indicate
example.
mothership
Oh,
class
what's this?
mass
What's this?
signature. It's coming in fast.
Uh-oh.
Our readings are off the scale.
Oh, what the hell?
Full combat alert. Stand by for contact.
That is utterly alien.
Ambassador, away.
I'm glad that we had a diplomatic attaché ready.
Trajectory locked in. Hailing signal open on all channels. Entering magnetic field now. Almost there. Fleet, we've lost guidance and are being drawn in. There's a lot of lights. There seems to be some kind of activity inside I can see.
We are the Bentusi, and welcome you on this spacefaring cultures, the unbound. The elderly trade routes were established in the first time by our ancestors. The resources you collect are of value to the Bentusi exchange. They will serve as an acceptable medium for trade. It has been our custom to equip trading partners with an exchange unit. It has therefore been provided to your ambassador as a gesture of goodwill.
The Bentusi.
Fleet, this is Ambassador. We are clear of the Bentusi vessel. All systems green. Harbor control has released guidance and the exchange unit is secured. Receiving crews. Prep the quarantine chamber.
Roger that. Quarantine standing by.
Bentusi trading link established.
Oh. Looks like we are able to purchase weapons from the Bentusi. Ion cannons. That should be an excellent boost to our capabilities. But first I want to admire the Bentusi trade ship. Just a little bit more. Look at these symbols on the hull. For textures from a game from 1999, this is certainly very well done. Even though they don't have a high amount of polygons. And they don't even have that high of a resolution. They have crammed an incredible amount of flavor into the skin of this model. Especially the inside lights. There's so many little windows, and the glow is so well done. And this is completely without lighting effects. This is just pure texture. Alright, let's purchase those ion cannons. It's an absolutely massive vessel. Oh, and our resource controller, we should move it to the field. I've completely neglected to do that. So here's our resource controller. It has these 2 docking points for corvette rearming, and these 6 pads for fighter rearm and refuel. So let's move this into position. Excellent. Alright, let's do the exchange. Let's purchase these ion cannons for 500 RU. I will accept this offer. Thank you. Enjoy your purchase. Does Bentusi really know how to do business?
Tyrannic raiders, servants of the Taidan, are arriving. They must not learn of our contact. We must depart. All that moves is easily heard in the void. We will listen for you. Farewell.
Standing by. Receiving.
Well, now we have a name for those who raided us. The Tyrannic Raiders. And apparently they are servants of the Taidan. Either way, they're our enemies.
Coordinates confirmed.
They destroyed the Kar Salim, so we will destroy them. Let's see what we can build now. We can build ion cannon frigates and assault frigates. And we have the resources to build both. So I think... Let's see here. For the time being,
Mothership.
I would like to build another salvager. I think I would like to build a support frigate for the repair capability. And for the anti-corvette ability, I would like to build at least one assault frigate. And maybe I will build an ion cannon frigate.
Tyrannic Raider fighters are attacking our resource operation. Defend it and prepare for more hostile ships to arrive.
Here we go, here we go. Oh, hello, Picky! Hello, Raiders! You have arrived just in time for some combat. Okay. Oh no, our batch got thrown off. Let's build our assault frigate, a support frigate, a salvage corvette, and we can ignore the ion corvette for the time being.
Production underway.
Alright, here we go. Force 1. Move forward.
Green line confirmed.
Our resource controller is under attack.
Acknowledge.
Come on, forces, move forward.
Destination confirmed.
Alright, we're gonna make sure we select a full attack here. Where are our escorts?
Awaiting assignment.
Alright, escorts, switch to aggressive stance. Group 1, switch to aggressive stance. Alright. Apologies for the lack of attention to chat right now. How are you doing, Bugs? How are you doing, Picky? What game was happening?
One eye on the clock.
Alright, here we go, here we go.
Resourcer under
More bandits. They are going for the resource frigate. Come on, come on.
collector under attack.
How's the collector doing? Collector harvest.
Holding better. Locked in.
There we go, there we go.
Complete.
Group 1, Group 2, keep fighting.
Intercept course punched in.
Be aggressive. They are attacking something else. Oh, Rhythm Heaven for DS. Nice. I'm very poor at rhythm games, so...
Standing by.
Oh no, missile corvettes, no, and they're doing their alpha. Damn it.
Combat stations.
Are the Tyrannics going to deploy frigates yet?
Stations.
Damn, they are chewing me up. But I'm not letting go of my resourcing position here. Yes, this is a little bit tense right now. Oh, these trails look beautiful, though.
Responding.
Alright, we are gonna have to focus fire on these gun corvettes.
Group 2 receiving.
How much is left of Group 2?
Group 10, reporting enemy contact.
Damn this.
In our favor.
Group 1 to combat stations.
Move to the resource operation.
Group 2, reporting enemy contact.
We're gonna need more fighters here.
Collector under attack.
Alright, we're getting desperate. Let's just slap out some interceptors
Mothership.
and build some heavy corvettes. No. Cancel the batch. Let's build assault frigates. They are fairly good against corvettes. Let's cancel this batch
Batch
and
cancelled.
build that.
Are clear. Assembly underway.
Construction commencing.
How are these doing? Let's move them into position. At least they will distract.
Group 2 to combat stations.
How are we doing here?
Resourcer under attack.
This engagement is going poorly. We need to go evasive. That is a lot of enemy corvettes. Focus fire, focus fire, focus fire. Oh no! The bugs are latching onto the hull!
Capital ships have just emerged from hyperspace near the mothership.
Capital ships? What? Group 10, Group 10. Latch on, latch on.
Target
Under
selected for
attack.
salvaging. Acknowledged.
Resourcer under attack.
Standing by. Ships you may.
Here we go, here.
Another salvage target acquired.
Alright, let's make all of these salvage corvettes, which anyone coming in are small craft that are able to...
Group 1 has been defeated.
Awaiting orders.
capture enemy ships.
Group 2
So we are going to
under
capture these enemy ships. Because these are ion frigates and they are very poor. Let's jink, let's jink. Move, move, move. Sideways, sideways. Do not get hit by the ion beam. Z. Okay, we've got their attention. Let's keep maneuvering. Keep maneuvering.
offline.
Alright, at least the mothership is not under attack.
Two heading set.
Assault frigate, attack. How are we doing here? Engage, engage.
Acknowledged.
Remaining forces, engage.
Target acquired.
Harvesters, keep harvesting.
Reporting for duty. Standing by.
Ooh. Oh no, the bugs have latched on. Alright.
Reporting for duty.
Repair.
Command acknowledged.
I need repairs for my remaining forces here.
Acknowledged.
This is not good. I need to send that assault frigate away.
Salvage field released. We're letting go.
Where are my remaining salvage corvettes?
Reporting.
Salvage corvette, move in.
On our way.
Damn, we lost one of them.
Receiving.
Mothership.
Building another salvage corvette.
Group 2 reporting.
We are running
enemy
low on
contact.
resources. Let's build another assault frigate.
Production underway.
Acknowledged.
Right, let's attempt
The
to
mothership is
salvage.
under
Course
attack.
set.
Let's attempt to salvage one of these rear corvettes. They are currently very distracted.
Responding.
Alright. What have we got going on here? How's our engagement? This is going very poorly. At least the assault frigate is starting to nail these enemy corvettes.
Painless.
This is not a bug hunt at all. This is a tyrannic raider hunt. The tyrannic raiders have massacred
Under
hundreds of our people.
The raider carrier has been located.
There's their carrier.
Is reinforcing their squadrons of fighters and corvettes.
The Lord class carrier, Rancor. Right, good. We are getting repairs.
all jobs on hold.
Oh,
Awaiting assignment.
they're now attacking our assault frigate. This is no good, no good. Move into position.
Engage. We got contact.
Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Receiving.
Salvage, salvage.
Target selected for salvaging.
Alright, let's move these corvettes into position to salvage the other ion frigate. Here we have reclaimed one of these ion frigates. Let's move it to battle position, because we do not need it here. What can we do? No, we are out of funds. This is all that we have.
Reporting.
Come on, come on. Salvage, salvage, I need it now.
Target selected for
Alright.
salvaging.
Let's have these
Acknowledged.
corvettes dock for the time being.
Responding.
How are our salvagers doing? Resource collectors, I mean.
Confirmed.
Let's guard.
Acknowledged. Ready for escort.
Alright. The corvettes are still the best investment. Frigate is down to half health.
The mothership is under
Ready
fire.
for
Come on, pick it off, pick it off. There we go. Alright, let's move the assault frigate to point blank range with this ion frigate. That way it will have to rotate. The tyrannic ion corvette, or frigate, has the worst rotation of all due to the high rotational inertia it has with these deployed focusing panels. Alright, these corvettes are now available for salvage. Come on, come on, come on.
Salvage
Do your
target
job. Do your job. The assault frigate is taking heavy fire. Excellent. This is our first successful salvage other than the initial that we had. Okay. This frigate is entering the battle zone. Corvettes appear to be in good condition.
Ion array frigate captured.
Please dock.
With resource controller initiated.
Alright.
Assault frigate complete.
This assault frigate is taking damage, but now the capture is almost complete. We can move it into position. Ooh, okay.
You got it.
Well, I hope you had a good stream, Picky. I'm sorry that I do not have a very relaxing atmosphere at the very moment, but this is sort of one of the... Okay, we have another assault frigate ready. This is a fairly old game with a fairly old UI that is rather unforgiving, considering every time I want to move, I have to utilize the keyboard command, and this is also a three-dimensional combat game. Okay, Group 2, Group 2, how many do we have left? Group 2 is intact. We are looking good. Oh. DMFND, I'm glad you think it's cool. It's a little, I would not recommend this as an entry title to the Homeworld franchise. I think Homeworld 1 Remastered, or even Homeworld 2, have a much better user interface. This is somewhat dated, but it is good nonetheless, at least in my opinion. Alright, these salvagers are ready to be used, and so is this ion frigate. Let's take a look here. Our assault force has been mauled. Ooh, okay. Is this considered 4x? 4x would be expand, oh goodness. I'm gonna have to quickly look this up. There's a lot of ways you can consider those 4x's. Somebody in the chat will probably, spell it out before I do. Here we go. Explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. The explore part is certainly what happens. The exterminate is another part, but this is more of a real-time strategy game. Okay, this assault frigate needs to guard this vessel. Okay, how are the Tyrannics doing?
Resources consumed.
Okay, build.
Ion array frigate captured.
So we have plenty of ion frigates available to us now. Let's move them all into position for the attack on the carrier. Actually, the enemy carrier may be approaching us. So let's return everything we have from guard duty. Alright, let's select our heavy corvettes, our assault frigates, and our ion array frigates. And move them back to the mothership. The Lord-class carrier is beginning its attack run. Salvagers move back. Picky, yeah, these games are quite intense, and I will admit that I have had to restart one mission already because it did not go to my favor. And I will probably have to restart several more missions, or potentially even rebuild my fleet in case the debuff of narrating while playing this. Oh, no, pull back. All down, down. Repair, we need repairs immediately. I might be losing an assault frigate. Get out of there now is the right words. Salvage corvettes, go. Group 10, where's the rest of Group 10? Group 10. Group 10, oh no, we've lost an assault frigate. What an investment. Group 10, go for them. Although they're capital ships, focus on the assault carrier. Begin repairs. Group 10, Group 10. Alright, begin the attack. Frigate coin is dropping at the moment right now.
Reporting for duty.
The mothership
Right, no. Just keep distracting them. Keep the dance going, Do not get in the sight of their barrels.
Destination locked.
Keep dancing. Move, Z-axis move.
Underway.
Their Z-axis rotation is dismal. Alright. Yeah, the trouble is, this game is three-dimensional, so as you're juking around, it's not just one axis, it's multiple. So right now I'm trying to coordinate the movement of these salvage corvettes as they dodge the ion beams of these particular enemies. Alright, we are beginning salvage operations. Alright, come on, Group 10, you have this. We are taking fire, the mothership is under attack. Mothership hull is being drained. All ships, fire! I do not know how this enemy carrier is doing. Keep the fire going. How is salvage? How is salvage? Lock on, lock on. Ooh. Alright, we have captured one of them, and the second one is pretty much in the bag. Alright. Group 2, which is our corvettes. Corvettes are these lighter craft that are slightly heavier than a fighter, but lighter than a corvette. They have much more agility and are much more durable. Group... What? How did we lose a frigate?
Carrier is retreating.
What else exploded? My support frig... No.
The mothership is under fire.
Move, move, move. So one of the oddities about the Lord class is it only has enough power to fire either its ion cannons, which are these two beam ports right here, or its point defense guns. So it has a vulnerability against combinations of strike craft and frigates.
Standing by.
What did I lose? What did I lose? I don't think I lost anything. Right. Let's see here. Let's focus back in on this. Here we go, here we go. This capital ship is about to go. If you can see these explosion effects on the surface where it's bleeding atmo. And I am in quite a pickle. Right, here are our salvaged frigates that we are trying to return to our mothership for boarding. Here come our reinforcements that there she goes. And the Rancor is gone. Oh. Oh. The Kar Salim has been avenged.
Standing by.
No further resources in this sector.
Panels out here. Standing by.
We can begin. We can begin
Understood.
figuring out what we're doing with our fleet now. Alright, let's pull back. Let's pull back.
On our way.
Good old space suck. I am concerned about which kind of suck that refers to.
Reporting.
I certainly hope it is the kind that is simply a negative experience. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the controls in Homeworld Classic certainly give me conniptions sometimes, but it's rewarding when you do get it done. Right, I'm gonna save the game here simply because I've had. Let me save here. Oops, back. Let me save game. Let's call it save. Simply because I have had issues with this engine crashing. This is a really old version of the game, and it might simply explode on you because it's just that old.
Locked on to resource controller. DocCon enabled.
Yes, there was a bit of an atmo leak on the Rancor, but that was good for us. It's good when the tyrannic scum are leaking their precious atmosphere. Oldest? Well, it's not the oldest in the sense that this is Homeworld release version. This is not what the engine went gold with. This does have all of the patches that were available, but it is oldest in the sense that it has, I believe, no community modifications or anything. The only reason it's working stably now, I think, is because I had to reinstall drivers on my simulated rig.
Enemy ion array frigate captured.
Ooh, okay, there we go, there we go. Yeah, so we have all of the resources in the sector salvaged. Let's take a look at any research that we can do. We have no research we can do, and we have some resources that we may wish to utilize before our next scenario.
Mothership.
So if we look at our arrangement, we have quite a few ion array frigates, which is fantastic, but we have lost one of our assault frigates.
Mothership.
But the more important thing is we are missing a lot of corvettes. We only have 4 corvettes left. Oh, this is a glitch here. They are still docked. Normally these support...
Ready for orders.
Oh, I did actually initiate a dock command, so this is fine.
Mothership.
So let's build 4 more heavy corvettes. Oh, that is very expensive. Let's build 2 more.
Construction commencing.
And the rest we'll save for later. Strike craft are very fast to build.
Enemy ion array.
You missed the
frigate
beginning of the
captured.
Karak streams. Was it this rough too? Deserts of Karak did have a couple of
Tyrannic
rough
raiders
moments
have
in
been
the beginning.
We can now return to our immediate goal. Preparation for an attack on the Taidan fleet that devastated Karak.
Okay, so...
Using data from the Taidan vessel captured at Karak, we have been able to determine their location. If we strike now, we can take advantage of their damaged condition. Hyperspace coordinates have been transferred to Fleet Command.
Alright, so it appears that we now have, from the captured gear, figured out where the Taidan fleet that genocided all of Karak is.
Corvette complete.
So we must prepare ourselves for that attack. And I think we will need to resource heavily in order to engage.
Waiting assignment.
Alright, let's add that to Group 2. So we now have some heavy corvettes.
Destination confirmed.
This is a very poor strike force, but it'll have to do for now. And yes, Gale, that it is a very bleak setting. You're alone in an uncaring universe. But at least the skybox is beautiful. Ooh. But yeah, Deserts of Karak does begin a little rough too, until you get some of the better technologies. And this is very rough right now, simply because we don't have some of the heavy hitters. The moment we get destroyers under our belt, this does become a lot easier, but there is almost always a dearth of resources. So one of the important strategies is to always be salvaging. However, I find it very difficult to salvage anything lighter than a frigate, and assault frigates are especially difficult to salvage, simply because they are very good against corvettes as a class in general. Corvettes can't maneuver fast enough to avoid fire from them. Which is why you need ion frigates to simply destroy the frigates. Alright, let's hyperspace jump.
Auto docking.
Let's use quick docking.
Hyperspace engaged.
Here we go. The fleet's jumping.
We have repaired the damage incurred by the Tyrannic Raiders. Combat and sensor systems returning to optimal functionality.
Our first hyperdrive test led to near genocide. Karak, destroyed. All of us, all that's left, hunted by 2 alien races.
We must focus on the matter at hand. Elimination of the fleet that destroyed our world. Coming up on hyperspace coordinates.
This was supposed to be a colonization and exploration mission. We did not start out intending to fight. But here we are.
All ships auto-launching.
Alright, let's assign our ion frigates to Group 3.
Group 3 designated.
Actually, Group 4.
Hyperspace successful.
And our assault frigates can be Group
Current
3.
position and pre-jump coordinates are in perfect
The repair
alignment.
vessel can be Group 9.
We are on target. Group 3 assigned. Group 9 assigned.
We detect large resource deposits but no vessels. It is possible that the Taidan could be hiding in the denser portions of the belt. It may cause interference with our sensors. Send probes to investigate. All fleet assets should be kept on alert.
They messed with our planet. I'm from Karak. Wait, how did that line go? Oh, Starship Troopers. The movie that kept on giving. Alright. We need to begin harvesting operations as soon as possible. Resources are completely scarce. So I will have the resource controller guard both of our harvesters, and we can begin harvesting. We have nothing we can research at the moment. Ah, yes. Thank you, Gale. I am from Karak, and I say, kill 'em all! So if the mothership was at the world when the aliens attacked, would they have been able to destroy the atmosphere? I think they would have. The force that the Taidani had was overwhelming. And at that point, we didn't even have assault frigates. So we would have been wiped out completely. So it is almost a blessing that the mothership was away during the duration of the genocide. But in a sense, it wouldn't have been possible otherwise, because it was the mothership jumping that triggered the genocide.
Understood.
It's awful, but that's the way it was.
Mothership.
Alright.
Underway.
Our forces right now lack a fighter component of any kind.
Mothership.
Destination locked in.
So let's take a look at the armor relative to price for the Scout versus the Interceptor. So the Scout only gets 50 more armor for 20 more RUs. So let me pull out my trusty simulated TI-84 Plus Silver Edition, which is one of my favorite vintage graphing calculators. So let's see, we have 110 armor for 35 credits, whereas we have 160 for 55. So that gives the Scout a slightly better ratio of armor to armor per RU price. And it also gives us a numerical advantage for the same amount of RUs, which is important if you're using it simply for distraction. However, the blade does have better firepower. Almost double the firepower. So it's sort of a difficult decision. Let's see where our harvesting operation is starting. Let's have these corvettes protect our harvesting operation for the time being. Actually, no, we will simply maneuver our forces.
Mothership.
But we need fighters one way or another. Let's build interceptors. Let's build 10 of them.
Production underway.
We will hopefully move away from them. Ah! You also have graphing calculators. 3 of the exact same model, or 3 of different graphing calculator types? I definitely enjoy manual calculators, even though I do have a neural linkage to my vessel and to the...
equipped for plasma bomb technology.
Yes, we have bombs.
Advise commencing research immediately.
Bombers are something we absolutely must have. Alright, let's go to our research division and begin the plasma bomb launcher. There we go. That will be excellent for knocking out capitals. One for collecting, one for lending, and one for personal use. Ah, I see, I see. That is definitely one way to handle it. One thing I certainly wish I would have been able to obtain is, or at least the schematics in order to simulate for myself, is one of those RPN capable, reverse Polish notation capable graphing calculators by Hewlett-Packard. I really enjoy reverse Polish notation simply for its mechanical efficiency, despite it being rather confusing. And for anyone who doesn't know about reverse Polish notation, so let's just say, for example, you want to add 1 plus 1. Normally when you write that, you would write 1 plus 1. So you have an operand with an operator in the middle, and then you have the other operand, which is the other one. Now, for a human being, that is very easy to understand, but for a machine, or for something that is essentially reading commands, that is rather difficult, because it is data, and then an operation of what should be done with the data, followed by further data. And that is significantly more difficult than if you did, for example, plus 1, 1. So you have an operation first in your stack of commands and data, and then you have both of the data, or datum. I'm messing up my plurals here. Okay, we're building fighters, and our research on bombers is progressing. So if you do reverse Polish notation, you will do plus 1, 1, and the result of that is 2. And that goes onto the stack. So no spoilers, but do you think quantum computing will help us do stuff like that more easily? Well, quantum computing is applicable to certain kinds of problems. It is not applicable to every single problem, but for certain classes of problems, it will potentially make them more trivial. That is what I can say of my knowledge. I am not a quantum calculations expert. I am a courier ship pilot. While I know my trade and I know how to do taxes, I am not as well versed. All right, we have all of our interceptors, and we'll use them to guard in a sphere formation as Group 1 our force here. So I will assign them to guard that vessel.
Assuming guard position.
Ah, seems like a shunting yard. Seems like you're quite a fan of antiquated Terran mathematics. If I had more time, I would certainly enjoy antiquated Terran mathematics more, Unfortunately, I was unable to go too deep into my studies, and due to having such readily available automation, I have not had the need to do manual calculations on sim paper in quite some time. Yes. Totally not investing on the market right now for that. Spacer TurboTax. Spacer Greyhound. Oh yes, Greyhound is an interesting last name. I have met a pilot once before with that last name, although it was only briefly. I just simply was able to note how antiquated it seemed at the time. Let's go to wall formation for our corvettes, and let's put our frigates into sphere formation. And this formation of assault frigates can go into a wall formation. These will, Group 10, which is our salvettes, will not be in a formation simply because we need to maneuver them with more micro. So I am not willing to trigger the Taidani attack here. I am simply not quite ready for it. Alright. I have enough resources to construct more heavy corvettes, so I will do that. I think I will construct at least 2 more, and I will construct another assault frigate to make up for my combat losses. Here we go. Build. So, unfortunately, I cannot move my mothership.
Drives offline.
Drives offline.
Mothership.
Ship profiles and markings match those from the recording at Karak. There is no doubt that this is the fleet. Destroy them.
Mothership.
Here they come. The engagement is beginning. This is the Imperial battle music, for anyone interested. Okay, let's move our forces forward. We need to be ready to protect our resourcing operation.
Mothership.
Receive it.
Alright, how's our build going on the heavy corvette? And the assault frigate, moving along. Well, I am not a representative of all of humanity in the sphere of human colonization, but I have heard of society still using paper representations of currency. The tokens used to shift 2, control 2, move forward, begin engagement. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Inbound. Group 1, break to claw, begin the defense. Attack focus on the fighters, use evasive maneuvers. Damn it, the corvettes are ripping us apart. Damn the Taidan. Alright, here we come.
Salvage target acquired.
Focus fire, assault frigates to the fore. Alright, let's move away these salvage frigates, or salvage corvettes. We do not want them. Right, the Taidan are currently content to ignore our resourcing operation. This is excellent. They have quite a few assault frigates. This is no good. We're moving our force forward. Let's move this group forward. Add this group to group 2. Let's pull back our corvettes. No, corvettes, engage the fighters. Ion frigates, engage these. Actually, focus fire. Assault frigates, pull back.
Sensors indicate
Assault frigates will draw the fire away.
Destroy their collector to impair ship production.
Alright. Move backwards. Alright, you need to dock. You have taken far too much damage. Alright. Alright, wall formation. Wall formation, please. Attack the trailing frigate. Alright, there we go. Keep the maneuvers going. Maneuver. I apologize, I will read comments shortly. Oh, yes, Traveler has many rules. And it is great for... Oh, here we have it. Ion frigates, Group 10. Group 10, move in to intercept the Taidani ion frigates. Alright, I'm gonna pause the game really quick. I want to show off some of these enemy units. So for anyone who has joined us in the recent time, these are Taidani assault frigates. They have 4 turrets and twin plasma bomb launchers. They are very effective against enemy corvettes and at generally engaging capital vessels. Let's see here. Here is a support frigate. This is a vessel that can repair and assist. Here are salvage corvettes, which are essentially capture ships with their greedy, grubby little magnetic claws here. Here is an ion frigate of the Tyrannic design, which is essentially a ship buster. It is very poor at attacking anything that has remotely any kind of speed, but it is perfect for busting these particular assault frigates. And then I have a pair of my own assault frigates here. This is the Kushan variant thereof. And it has 4 turrets and also twin plasma bomb launchers. And incoming to my displeasure are 3 Taidani ion frigates. This is the purest way you could design a vessel. A spinal weapons mount, the ion beam cannon, and then just a hull. Alright, let's take a look at our... Let's go back. Let's see what we can build. We may have to build another assault frigate, and then maybe another ion frigate. Let's build capitals here.
Resourcer under attack.
Yeah, where are they heading? Oh, no. This is bad. Move vertically. Move vertically. Repair them if you can. We are about to lose our entire salvage squadron. I have made a terrible mistake. This will cost me lives. No, you Doomkampf, repair them. Alright, looks like the Taidani are chasing our salvettes. Damn.
Group 10 defeated.
Right. Come on, you tyrannic bastards. Attack, attack. Alright, good. Focus fire, focus fire. Alright. Looks like our corvettes are taking heavy fire. Ah, stop. Okay, we need to pause this for a second. We need to get our focus again. Let's select all of our corvettes and see if we can get them away. So, unpause and dock command. Alright, this is going to get very brutal very fast. We're gonna need to build more ion frigates. Simply because they're capital ship busters.
Lighter armor on the top, bottom, and rear sides. All capital ships should be issued move orders while attacking.
Alright. Move. We need to move to the flanks of the enemy ships. Move while attacking. Move while attacking. So that, when you saw that red move command, that means the ships were given a move while attacking order. There we go. Keep at it. Keep the engagement going. Repair ship. Protect this. Protect them. Come on. Resource are destroyed. What? How many resources? Where are my resources? Where did they go?
Combat stations.
Oh, this is not good.
Mothership.
Alright. What do we have for a build menu? We need to make sure we cancel everything that we're building.
Order cancelled.
And build resource collectors again.
Construction commencing.
Because without resource collectors, we are dead. Come on, focus fire. Destroy the ion frigates first. Come on, destroy the ion frigates. There we go. Support frigate, do your blasted job. Focus fire. Move. Damn it. There we go. Focus fire.
Frigate.
Damn.
Group 3 lost.
And here come more of their fighter craft. Alright, here we go. How are our resources doing here to move this ion frigate into the battle?
Awaiting assignment.
Resource collector complete.
Alright. We need to destroy this remaining ion frigate while moving, so that the line of fire is slower.
The enemy is using a new fighter class ship with strong defensive capabilities but low maneuverability.
Come on.
Our research division report that it can produce a similar vessel.
Destroy the ion frigate.
As soon as possible.
There we go. Keep bouncing around. That's only a support frigate. We can handle that. Alright. Let's take out that ion frigate. Faster. Damn. Alright, we are moving back to the mothership. This engagement was ill-advised. How's our resource collection going?
Group
Begin
4
harvesting.
under attack.
This may be a good game if we cannot handle this. All right, now we can begin now we have destroyed these, so let's focus fire. Now the ion frigates are down, we can focus fire on the remaining Taidani vessels while we retreat. This has gone south very fast. Come on, knock it out, knock it out. Okay, we will have to rethink our fleet composition and our order of battle. Come on, come on. And more Taidani squadrons inbound. We will simply have to keep pulling back. Maybe something will survive of our fleet.
Group 4 to combat.
Alright, we have 2 resource collectors and we have very little funds left. If we had the attack bomber, this would have been a lot better. Oh, this is no good, this is no good.
Frigate lost.
We are outnumbered, we are outgunned, I think this may be a loss. We have no resources to speak of either, and there are more forces inbound. With the loss of our resource operation, that frigate is down. This one is about to be lost, and this one cannot hope to fend off the attacks itself.
Lost.
Alright, our fleet composition was inadequate.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. 4 Titan frigates left.
Group 4 reporting enemy contact.
Maybe we'll be able to take one of them down before this is lost.
Acknowledge.
Let's pull back, pull back.
New enemy
Frigate
sighted.
lost.
I hope those resource
Group
collectors
4
get in here.
lost. Mothership.
Alright, let's use what we have left.
Drives offline.
This Kushan ion frigate, I think, is also lost. It has no defenses against fighters, and it is face down with a swarm of enemies. Despite them not having ion weapons, they still outnumber us greatly. So clearly, what was needed for this engagement was ion weapons. Alright, let's load the save again for the Great Wastelands. Let's go back to the start.
Awaiting orders.
Alright. So we have our
Hyperspace
resource
successful.
controller.
Current position and pre-jump.
So we now
coordinates
know
in
that
perfect
our resource
alignment.
operation will be
We are
attacked
on target.
very imminently.
Mothership.
We detect
Ooh.
large resource deposits, but no vessels. It is possible that the Titan could be hiding in the denser portions of the belt. It may cause interference with our sensors.
Oh, it certainly does
Send
cause
probes
interference.
to investigate. All fleet assets should be kept on alert.
Okay, let's restart the harvesting process.
Receiving. Acknowledged.
Alright.
Ready for alert control.
So this time,
Acquisition enabled.
yeah, their close range, I think, significantly... A big factor in this, I think, is the visual rendering limitation. I don't know if it's noticeable,
Standing by.
but the model detail drops off dramatically the more zoomed away you are from them. Like, for example, right now we've lost detail on this frigate here, and here we've lost even more detail. And it's, back in the day, this was absolutely necessary to get this game running, even though it was considered to be... It was definitely considered to be technically demanding for the various machines of its day that was running on. Alright, so we need our attack group again, attack group 4,
designated.
and attack group 3.
Group 3
Awaiting
designated.
assignment.
But yeah, the game does not render anything past a certain distance very well, even on the radar manager. And in fact, on the radar manager, everything but the mothership becomes just a little blob here. And I forgot to engage the tactical overlay, and the tactical overlay simply provides a graphical display of the classes of vessels that you have. Okay, so let's try that again. This time I'm gonna build a lot of ion frigates. So 3 of them will amount to 2,000 RUs. No 80 plus light second battles. No siree. Although I will say, even 80 light seconds is quite a distance. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of laser installations you are using, but even for them, that is quite the lead you have to have. Not to mention the data path. However, one of the most interesting techniques that some of the more advanced inner worlds fleets use, not the ones at the edge of the expansion, of the colonial expansion, is they use micro wormholes that we use for the jump net, for example, and they open up a short-range micro wormhole close to the enemy fleet, and that way they are able to, by essentially directing sensors through that wormhole, get more accurate positional readings.
Iron frigate complete.
It is very energy intensive and not easy to do, but it is a very, very interesting technique in order to get even drop a few light seconds off of the weapons lead, or off of the data lead at least. Those are apparently the average battle ranges for Legend of Galactic heroes. I am surprised that their emitters are able to fire those distances without significant diffraction. Pretty much any sort of particle or even coherent energy weapon, such as a laser maser or what have you, or a grazer even, it will, by simple principle of physics, there is a minimal size to which the light can be which the energy can be coherent, and past that it begins to diffract inevitably, no matter how much you focus it. And this is a consequence of design and wavelength and a number of other parameters. But at least, here we go. Plasma bombs are available for research.
Technology. We advise commencing research immediately.
Yes, that goes without saying. Please, I need bombs, and I need more fighters. I think I will build some... No, this time I will just use my corvettes more smartly. So once I get 3 of these ion frigates... Actually, maybe 4 ion frigates, but already let's begin moving these capitals into position, because we will know what will happen. Alright, and let's move our available capitals here. And I'm going to save the salvage corvettes, because they simply are too risky of a target. But let's move them closer to the field of battle anyways.
Underway.
Okay, there we go. Moving forward. As much as these tyrannic ion frigates have significant hitting power, they are incredibly slow to maneuver. I should probably retire them eventually and use their scrap value to build proper Kushani frigates.
Iron frigate
Have I seen Starship Operators? I have not. Let me take a quick look at that. All right, here we go. Oh, it was originally a light novel with an anime adaptation with 13 episodes. Interesting. I'll have to look into the plot deeper with that. Okay, here we have another ion frigate. Perfect. Alright, moving on. Protecting our resourcing operation. That is the most crucial thing we can do. Let's protect our resources.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, here we go. They go into detail quite a bit with the combat. Oh, that is... I do enjoy that.
Iron frigate complete.
Oh, here we go, another ion frigate. And can we build another ion frigate? We barely have the resources for that. Alright, here we go. Moving that into position. Oh, it's by the author of the Lodos War. Interesting. I've not seen much of the Lodos War, but what I have enjoyed. Oddly enough, I have seen more of the spin-off of, or what is, from my understanding, also set in the Lodos universe. Rune Soldier Louis, I think. It was quite a cheeky little anime there. Alright, here are our remaining frigates. Let's keep selecting them. Let's select the other ion frigate and shift group it with 4, control 4.
Reinforced.
We'll move it into a sphere formation. And we'll move that sphere formation here. Perfect. That should be a nice scatter. Alright.
Mothership.
Can we build another ion frigate? Yes, we can. Let's do that while we can. And bombers are not yet ready. We want more ion frigates. Ion frigates. Ion frigates. Lodos War is great, indeed. Excellent opening music, too. Oh, here they come.
Receiving.
Ship profiles and markings match those from the recording at current.
I understand, Fleet Command. I don't need to hear that again.
Mothership.
Alright. We quickly need something light to dance with the fighters, so let's see if we can build ourselves some scouts. Okay, so our forces have moved forward. So, assault frigates, I need you to guard the controller. Need to repair these. Group 4. Group 4, ion frigates, move forward. Salvage corvettes are waiting. And let's see, let's do a claw formation for the heavy corvettes. So assault frigates can attack the fighters, and these frigates, Group 4 can begin attacking the assault frigates that are inbound. And we will concentrate fire as much as we possibly can. There we go. Alright, that frigate is already bleeding.
Complete. Attack bomber available for construction.
Right, you need to move into position to guard. Alright, Group 4, how are we doing? Okay, let's pause for a second here. So Group 2 needs to attack these fighters. So I'm gonna arrange myself into the proper position and drag select all of these fighters. No, the fighters. Ion frigates, switch to the next target. There we go. Another ion frigate is ready, moving it into combat position. Here we go. Let's build another assault frigate so we can take out those fighters. I think we have more than enough ion frigates to disable the Taidani here. Okay.
Sensors indicate the enemy is harvesting resources.
That's great.
Destroy their collector to impair ship production.
Okay, Group 2, destroy these fighters for me, please. Group 4, keep attacking.
Scout complete.
Damn it. Come on. Keep firing. I really need more. Okay, here we go. Alright, Group 2, return to dock. You've done enough. This will only be strike craft. How are we doing here? These are safe for now, but they will not last longer. Let's actually pull them back. This is getting far too risky, and I believe these will be under attack shortly. Alright, here we go. This is good. We are doing much better. Keep attacking. Knock him out. Where is the next? Here we go. Add this one to the group. Shift 4. Group 4. Okay, Group 4, go to sphere formation.
Group 2 has been defeated.
Go to sphere formation and focus fire. Here come the... That's a destroyer. Of all the things, Group 2, protect the ion frigates.
Enemy capital
You, move back.
Lighter armor on the top, bottom, and
You,
sides.
move to the
All
mothership.
capital ships should be issued move orders while
Group 4, Group 4.
advantage of this weakness.
Oh, the chat is going. I'm sorry. I'm a little, I am trying to focus fire on these blasted assault frigates. Group 4, just go for any of them. Group 4. Damn, the ions are coming in. Group 3. Move to Jink. Oh, there are destroyers. That is no good. Build, build. I need... We can build another ion frigate.
Production underway.
Alright. Resources and salvagers. Move to the mothership. Move away, move away, move away. We need to move away. Right. Group 4, annihilate them. All of them. Group 3, move behind the ions. Okay, here we go, here we go. Oh, damn it. Where is Group 2? Group 2 is gone. We have lost Group 2. We have fighters, though. Claw formation. We'll call them Group 1. Claw formation. I need you to destroy these fighters harassing my ions. Yes, there are more inbound. 4. Group 4. Keep up the barrage. Destroy them. There we go, there we go. No, we are losing Group 3. Where is the repair? Where is the repair ship? Has it been lost? Oh no, we are in deep pursuit. Can we build bombers?
Frigate lost.
No, we have an ion frigate ready.
Ion frigate complete.
Damn it, we lost an assault frigate. Group 4, Group 4. I am really hoping that these destroyers begin attacking the mothership, because the mothership can handle the damage.
Group 3 under attack.
Okay, here we have a formation. Let's move these to intercept. Okay, we are taking them down. Group 4 can begin moving towards the mothership while attacking. Okay, keep moving. We need to destroy...
Using a new fighter-class ship with strong defensive capabilities but low maneuverability.
I don't know what that
Our
is.
research division reports that it can produce a similar
We need
vessel.
to attack these destroyers before they reach the mothership.
Group 3 under attack.
There is the enemy carrier. That is our goal. Fighters, destroy their fighter escort. What are those? What are those? Oh, I need resourcing.
Reporting for duty. Collection underway. Escort duty confirmed.
Alright. Move, 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 move. Get behind the destroyers. Get behind the destroyers. Group 4, where are you? Group 4, I need you to attack these destroyers. Here we go, here we go.
Responding.
Okay, we are knocking out these fighters, but we will have to move away to protect the mothership. Disengage, disengage. Use evasive maneuvers. Evasive, evasive. Disengage. There we go. Mothership is under attack.
Understood.
Keep maneuvering, keep maneuvering. Keep maneuvering and keep firing.
It looks even. Let's do it.
Damn it, that destroyer is ripping me apart.
Maintain position.
Attack group. Go for them. Use evasive maneuvers.
Acquired.
No, use aggression.
The mothership
There is no
under
dodging
attack.
them. Rip them up, rip them up.
Standing by.
How much is our... We have very few resources. Come on, you slow bastards.
Group 1 lost.
Damn.
Frigate lost.
How's Mothership doing?
Mothership.
Mothership is losing hull integrity. Come on, come on, come on. And the Titanic carrier is approaching. Hopefully our harvesters will not be harassed now, and we will be able to build something more during the course of this combat. Come on, Iron Frigate, move, 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 move. So these are defenders. These are basically slow-moving turrets, but they're fighter class. They are very effective for fleet defense, but not much else. Okay. Come on, move forward. Whew, okay. I'm gonna pause for a second to reset my nerves here. And in the meantime, I can also take a look at how chat is doing. Ooh, I think we can pull this scenario off as long as the mothership does not explode during this last bit of the engagement. Oh, I see you were talking about Lodos. Relationships with the knife ears. I see, I see. Move, 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 frigate, move.
Destination confirmed.
Okay. Oh, what? We have an assault frigate that needs to get into the combat area.
Destination locked in.
What is this? We have salvage. Okay, we're gonna do something a little risky. We're gonna move our salvage corvettes to grab this destroyer. I think we might be able to get it while everything else is distracted. I think we may be able to nab it.
Frigate.
Damn. We lost that frigate.
Mothership.
Do we have enough to build another ion frigate? Let's start building another ion frigate immediately. While the resource collectors are doing their job. Okay, it's just us and the Taidani resourcer left. Group 10, how are you?
Group 10 reporting.
Resources deployed.
All right.
All jobs on.
Oh, okay. So the salvage corvettes need to pull away because the Taidan have opened fire on them.
Receiving. Destination confirmed. Awaiting assignment.
Let's see if we can get a lock.
Awaiting orders. Target
Damn.
point for
Dodge, dodge,
The
dodge.
mothership is under attack.
Where the hell is Group 4? Group 4, take him down, take him down.
attack clearance received.
Mothership.
Where's Group 1? Group 1 is dead. We are using the mothership's guns now.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, we have disabled one of the destroyers. Group 4.
4 copies. Group 3 reporting.
Group 4.
Group 4 reporting. Group 3 receiving.
Group 10 to combat stations.
Come on, knock him out.
The mothership is under fire.
Acknowledged.
Alright.
Responding.
Standing by.
Come on, Salvager, get in the fight.
Mothership.
Okay, we're gonna cancel this, and we're gonna build scouts, just so we have something. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's just build scouts.
Production underway.
We need some kind of fighter craft.
Mothership.
Right, Doc.
Proceeding with mothership.
Alright, alright, I think we're doing this, we're doing this.
Acknowledged.
Come on, you Taidan assault bastards. Knock him out.
In our favor.
It is in our favor. They are sitting.
The mothership is under attack.
Receiving.
Alright, we are capturing this destroyer. I think we got it. I think we got it. I hope we have it. Mothership.
Mothership.
Mothership, attack. Use your guns, darling. We need you. Group 4, go for it. Group 3. Go, go, go. Group 3, go. Whew. Here we go, here we go.
Alert, alert, ambush.
Stay away from my salvage corvettes, you bastards. Yes! Doc, Doc, Doc. We have the destroyer.
Mothership.
Wingmates, we have captured a destroyer long before we're able to even build that class of warship. Alright. I don't think we can capture the carrier because it has 6 lock-on points, but by gosh, we will try. By gosh, we will try.
Ready for orders.
Frigates, go for it. Or fighters, go for it.
Required.
Knock out the enemy fighters. Use claw formation. Group 1.
One assigned. The mothership is under attack.
Mothership, focus on the escort.
Group 10 ready for order.
Right, 4, 4, 4. Go for these fighters. You may be ion frigates, but you're the only thing I have left. How's it going here? How's it going here? We're gonna capture that resource collector. What? Because soon it will have no mothership to come back to. Alright,
Responding.
knock him out, knock him out. Use aggressive tactics. They are sitting ducks.
Orders punched in.
Salvettes.
Ready for orders.
No, Group 4, focus on this target.
Code salvage team, please.
Reporting.
Alright, Salvager, go for it.
Attention Group 1.
We're gonna capture this carrier. We're gonna try at least. Alright, Mothership, fire out these fighters if you can.
Enemy destroyer captured.
Standing by.
Yes, we have the destroyer. The destroyer is ours. I repeat, the destroyer is ours.
Group 4 copies.
Group 4, get these fighters.
Target acquired.
Group 3,
3 acknowledged.
get him.
The mothership is under attack.
Reporting for duty.
Get him, get him, get him.
Acknowledged. This ship's too big. We need another salvage team, please.
Alright, we need another salvage team, so let's build another 3 salvage corvettes. I think we lost.
Closing on Group 4.
Attack complete. Group holding pattern locked in.
There we go, come on, come on. Damn, we are losing salvage corvettes, but I want this carrier.
Group 4 receiving.
Alright. We almost have the Taidan.
Attack clearance received.
The mothership is under fire.
Group 10 copies.
Ah, the mother... They're... What? There's our destroyer. Let's pull the destroyer away.
Mothership.
Awaiting or target destroyed.
Come on, knock out these fighters. Protect the corvettes.
Awaiting orders.
How many salvage corvettes do they even have available?
Mothership.
Damn it, it's still launching fighters.
Locked on to mothership. Dock-con enabled.
Never mind that.
Ship's too big. We need
Capture the resource controller.
Target selected for salvaging.
Can you imagine the interrogations we can have if we capture this carrier? No, no, no! Stay away from my salvagers. Piece of crap mothership. Stay away, stay away.
Mothership.
Alright, we're gonna have to build more salvagers. We're gonna need at least 6 of them. That's okay.
Unit 10 has been defeated.
Damn.
The
Standing by.
mothership is under attack.
Attack complete. Holding
Mothership.
pattern locked in.
Come on, come on, come on.
Reporting for duty.
Stay away, you sumbitch. Come on, come on, I want this capture.
Acknowledged.
I want a resource damn it!
Target acquired.
You bastards keep ripping up my...
The mothership is under fire.
Receiving intercept course punched in.
Where are all of my scouts?
Target destroyed. Entering holding pattern.
Mothership.
Alright, 9 scouts. Attack these pathetic fighters.
Acquired. Repeat, we need directional heading.
Damn it. This mothership refuses to be captured.
Mothership.
Stop, stop, stop. Dock, dock, dock. Go home, go home.
Locked on to mothership. Dock-con enabled.
The
Awaiting
mothership
order.
is
Reporting
under
for duty.
attack.
Target
Go
confirmed.
home. You are drunk, salvage corvette. Go home. You are drunk.
Entering holding pattern.
Where's my
Target
assault frigate?
acquired.
I need you to focus on these fighters.
Standing by.
Alright, once we get enough salvage corvettes, we should be able to capture this carrier. It's just we have been sending them in piecemeal, which is a terrible idea. So right now, go home, please. Just dock. That's all I ask of you. Go, 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 go. Please, leave, leave.
Reporting for
And
duty.
you, get rid of that fighter.
Attack clearance received. Target destroyed.
Get inside the hangar immediately. There we go, there we go. No, please, just...
Coming into dock with mothership.
Damn, that carrier is ripping up my...
Repeat under fire.
Come on, come on. Oh my god, right before it got into the bay. Alright,
Receiving.
right. I am a fool.
Initiated. Standing by. Locked on to mothership.
Group 1, destroy that fighter. Oh, and it managed to produce an assault frigate in the meantime.
Attack complete. Entering holding pattern.
They're clearly cheating.
Target confirmed. Ready for orders.
Dock already.
Target acquired. On to mothership. Dock-con enabled. Docking complete. Acknowledged. Dock proceeding with mothership.
Damn it.
Target destroyed.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
This is group 4. The enemy has it.
Come on, come on, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it. It made it! It made it! Oh, that was so close. That was like 1 health left for that salvage corvette.
Feeling about this.
I'm gonna pause for a second here. I don't know if I can capture this. I don't know if I can.
Claw formation.
I'm doing what I can, but this is
Target confirmed.
surprisingly difficult.
Attack clearance received. This is group 3. Ready for orders.
Come on, knock him out.
Target acquired. Group 3 ambush.
So we'll let that carrier prance around a little bit. All right, we have 6 salvage corvettes, which is I think enough to salvage right now. So let's launch them from our fighter bays.
The mothership is under attack.
Okay, here they come. I don't know why I didn't use this tactic from the beginning, which was make sure they dock. There we go, there we go. Fighters are covering. Come on, come on, come on, get a lock, get a lock.
Reporting.
Guard them, guard them. Guard! No! All that effort!
Destroyed. Holding
At least I have
locked in.
6 salvage corvettes.
The mothership is under fire.
Okay, well the Tydani are at least dead and we have a destroyer, which is a huge boon in our favor.
Coordinates confirmed.
And we still have some resources left over to rebuild our forces. However, we will capture these resources. That is what we will absolutely do.
Waiting assignment. Acknowledged.
Okay, salvage corvettes, group 10, move out. Let's capture these salvagers.
Understood.
Because if we have lost the carrier, at least we will save the salvagers. Apologies to anyone who's experienced in Homeworld and the operations of salvage. It has been quite some time since I've had to do this,
Proceeding
and
with
I am
mothership.
experiencing certain levels of fatigue, and
Receiving.
running the transmission takes its toll. And while that is no excuse, I am doing my best to honor the time-tested tradition of stealing everything that isn't nailed down. Alright, perfect. We are harvesting, though. We still have more resources, so I think the darkest times of our fleet are now over.
We're responding.
Although we have lost many fleet assets, and we require repairs. I really wanted that carrier, but I goofed up with the ion corvettes. We'll get him next time. We'll get him next time. Any more research? Oh, we can research Defender subsystems.
Subsystems research.
So the Defender is definitely a worthwhile fighter that it can be built very quickly. Now I have no idea what this is out here. Once our scout group is rebuilt... So yeah, you can actually house fighter craft and not launch them immediately, which helps you in the sense that your builds don't simply get ejected, and that is terrible when you're in combat, that your build fighters can simply be destroyed by your ignorance as to them leaving.
Wall formation confirmed.
Let's put them in claw, and let's check out what this here was.
Coordinates confirmed.
Does weakening a ship make it easier to capture? Not that I'm aware of. Every ship type has a number of salvage points. I believe destroyers have 3. Those carriers had, I believe, 6. And let's see, what was this? Oh, this was a Tydani probe.
Responding.
Let's destroy it anyways.
Engaging.
Now that this is a little bit easier, let's take a look at that pilot view. Oh,
Standing by.
there we go. This is what an attack run looks like.
Attack complete. Holding pattern
Boom.
locked in.
Ready
All
for
right.
orders.
You can move back to the mothership.
Underway.
All right, let's begin capture operations. Free resources are not something to smirk at.
Destination locked in.
Yes, but as far as I'm aware, Tiny Flower, damaging a ship does not do anything to it except for make effects happen. Only when a vessel is fully destroyed will it cease to have the same level of firepower that it has.
Salvage target acquired.
Alright, and let's salvage this next Tydani target.
Destination confirmed.
Okay, here we go. Pull away. Yeah, the way the sensors manager works in Homeworld
Reporting.
1 definitely makes this somewhat more difficult,
Ready for orders.
Salvage target acquired.
in the sense that
Standing by.
here we go. Let's watch the salvage happen.
Reporting for duty.
There we are. So we're chasing down this resource collector and attempting to latch onto it for salvage. Here we go. I believe, in my opinion, Homeworld... So I think that in Homeworld Emergence, also known as Cataclysm originally, which runs on a similar modified engine, the way Homeworld 1 does, but has significant quality of life improvements. That one, I believe, there may be something related to damage when it comes to capture. But yeah, this pilot view is very nice. There we go, capture complete. So now we will slowly drag these resources to the mothership
Waiting
for
orders.
reintegration to the fleet.
Dock proceeding with mothership.
Awaiting assignment.
Let's see, is there anything else to harvest?
Nothing but gravel out here.
Nothing but gravel out here. You cheeky little guy.
Standing by.
Alright, we have about 230 RUs left over from all of that wasted RU, which was entirely my fault. And in our death ball of ion frigates, we have 4 Higaran ion frigates and 5 ion array frigates. I love the battle music for Homeworld 1. I think the remastered versions definitely keep justice for the battle music at the very least. So that is a soundtrack I do recommend. Homeworld Remastered, which includes this classic version and also the classic version of Homeworld 2, they go on sale on Steam and GOG very frequently, and they go for fairly cheap. So I do. If you like this game, or if you would like to play with a much more user-friendly Homeworld 1 remastered, those definitely come on sale quite a bit. So here is the Taidani Destroyer. We fought long and hard for this guy, and he will absolutely help us. Destroyers really change the balance of the game. So the Taidani Destroyer is named... Let me take a look at the lore page here. It's named the Spacial, which is... In fact, I'll read this while we wait for the capture operation to proceed. So this is the Spacial Destroyer. The Skal is one of the deadliest predators that roam the southern wastes of Karak, and was the greatest threat to the safety of caravans until it was deliberately hunted to the edge of extinction. The male of the species, the Spacial, is a vicious clawed hunter with heavy scales and poisonous sacs that can blind or kill an unwary opponent at a distance. Though it masses nearly 10 times that of an average humanoid, it is still able to keep up with a warrior at full run. The Spacial hunts for its mate and cubs during the breeding cycle, and is capable of dragging its kill back to the den for over 100 kilometers away. And so Kushan Intelligence named these enemy vessels after the native creatures of their planet, the Spacial Predator being one of them. As you can see, this design has an offset bridge on the left here, but that is not visible in pilot view, unfortunately. Alright, and we are concluding the capture of these resource collectors.
Released, you got it.
Excellent, and that should eliminate the remaining Taidan presence in the sector.
Reporting.
Here we go. Hopefully, the resources they had collected till now will enter our possession. I do like the look of the Taidani resource collectors. There's something very space truck-like about them. You have your tractor unit and your cargo unit, and I really enjoy that sort of modularity. And I believe our research is complete. So the Defender, if we look at it, where's the info for it? So the Defender is this cute little armored shell of a craft, which with 3 rotary weapons. And while it costs 65 resources, take a look, it has significantly more armor as compared to an interceptor. However, it is cheaper than an attack bomber, which has dismal armor, but simply has far better capability to destroy capital ships. So the Defender is definitely what you would like to use if you have swarms of enemy fighters coming at you. Although there is something to be said about the maneuverability of the Scout, and also its incredible cheapness. And in this particular engagement, the Scout proved its worth to me.
New heading set.
And it also has a hidden boost ability. So if you press the Z key, it should technically go a little bit faster for a duration. Although this may have been adjusted out.
Taidan fleet destroyed. Hyperspace coordinates locked in.
Alright, we have defeated the Taidani. Victory is ours. And there is our now captured space truck. Excellent. Would you call your own ship a space truck in terms of aesthetics? I am actually working on a render of the wishful thinking so that I may show it off. It is a very traditional design. It has a massive drive with radiator fins at the base, and most of it is tankage. And towards the top, it has a hexagonal cargo core where you can attach standard-sized cargo containers on the 6 sides of the core, and then it has a rotary section in front with a particulate shield. Oh yes, Melchior, I am wrapping up soon too. This is the end. I'm gonna save. Rest well, Melchior. Thank you for being with the convoy. Your sword and shield proved valuable. Right, so let's save the game. Let's add a new save, actually. I'm just gonna call it save 1. Alright, so let's hyperspace so that we get the autosave at the start of next mission. Actually, let's just save again, save current. And then we can begin with the cinematic next time. So let's check our saves, that they are actually present. Yes, so save current is present, so we can quit the game. Ooh, we did it. We did it. So that was scenario 5. And we destroyed the fleet that committed the Karakian genocide. We almost captured the carrier, but unfortunately we were hoisted by our own iron frigates. Let's quit the game. Alright, let's go back to the chat screen. Ah. Excellent, excellent. As always, Homeworld is both a slow game and a very fast-paced game when it gets down to the actual battle. I don't like pausing because it does affect the idea of RTS a little bit, but at the same time, with everything going on and with how limited the interface is, I feel like I don't really care. I want to have that time to figure out which ships I want to select and where my next move will be. If you don't like it, well, that's okay. Because sometimes I gotta do my own thing. Well, I hope that this introduction to Homeworld 1 Classic was interesting to my wingmates. It's a bit of an old game, and the graphics certainly are dated, but I think that, despite that, they are still rather beautiful. And I think it's a game still worth playing just for the storyline. Oh. Yukis, glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Gale, thank you. Ooh. Alright. Well, I think I will now pick out a raid target for a orbital bombardment of our own. What's good for the Taidani is good enough for us. I'm just kidding. We're gonna do a classic boarding operation. Okay. Well, Thinkerbella is streaming as always, and I'm sure someone is streaming who I've seen before, but I have not followed yet due to sheer embarrassment. If anyone has any suggestions, please feel free to throw them into the chat. That would be most welcome. Oh yes, the 3D maneuvers are definitely something you have to take into account, especially considering the facing that's going on. Thank you everyone for attending. I really do appreciate it. I know that these games are a little bit obscure that I play and that they are not for everyone, but if they grab your attention, that's all that really matters, and I don't ask for anything more. As long as, you know, you think about them and maybe the story and maybe the way it plays inspires you in some way, shape, or form, then I have done my job as a spacer. I have delivered something more important than any load of data or any cryo-frozen Arabic racehorse. That was a terrible piece of cargo. Rush delivery. Alright, well, without any raid targets that I think would be appropriate, I think I will conclude my time here. Thinkerbella is definitely a very, very large streamer, so I'll be okay. Alright. Well, thank you everyone for your time. I'm gonna move on to the credits then, and we can all get ourselves some rest. That's... One day I'll get a sound effect for that. Remember to empty the fluid out of your ears. Oh, unfortunately I don't really leave the tank very often. I do go planetside occasionally, but I am currently waiting for another cargo run. So until I am done, I need to stay in the grav tank. The procedure for getting in and out takes about 12 hours or so. Most of it's just feeling horrible after you pull all the tubing out and detach from the neural interface. You do get a bit of withdrawal from leaving the sim world and coming back into reality. Because I definitely don't spend my full day staring out in front of me. I spend all my time in my simulation. Alright, so I don't like doing this during this, but I want to thank everyone who joins the flotilla that we have here, that we're slowly building. So, Tiny Flower, thank you for joining the flotilla. Afermads, thank you for becoming a wingmate. Afermad A, ooh, this is a bit of a conspiracy. I like it. Thank you for joining the flotilla also. Cyflon, you are welcome amongst our ranks. DMFND, thank you for coming along in our journey. Kyujuan Kun, thank you for the follow. And I have to thank Picky. I'm sure she is getting some well-deserved rest now, but thank you for the raid. Oni Maiden, also thank you very much for joining the flotilla. Niwatori TV, thank you for the raid. It is greatly appreciated. I'm glad that you brought more folks to bear witness to Homeworld 1. Bone Miser, thank you for joining the flotilla. And Lapin also, she is resting well now, but a great thanks to her. And let's see here. Karasanya, thank you for joining us. False Dukes, also, your presence is appreciated. Alright. Oh, and maybe Dizman is lurking, but this individual also joined our convoy. Alright, well, with that out of the way, I would like to wish all of my wingmates a pleasant rest, a pleasant downtime, and a pleasant repair cycle for their vessels, whatever their vessel may consist of. I hope that your propellant tanks stay completely topped off, that your jump calculations are accurate, and as always, that you fly safe. Thank you again, and goodbye.